haven't used, chasing light that isn't due, shadows stretching where I stand, reaching for what's never in my hands. Evening settles soft and low, but I'm already letting go of everything that's in my view, for something I've been running to. There's a quiet I don't keep, slips away before it speaks. I'm waiting on the next thing coming, miss the moment while it's humming, always leaning out ahead of where I am and what is said. Colors fading into gray, while I'm staring past the frame. Every second passing through never stays the way it should. If I stop, would it stay? If I look, would it change? I'm waiting on the next thing coming, miss the moment while it's humming, always leaning out ahead of where I am and what was said. Dawn arrives, I hardly see it. Even now I'm underneath it, gone before I turn around, lost inside the waiting sun.
Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm just tidying up a little bit of pre-flight stuff here. Mario. Hello. I'm gonna keep the tunes going here for just a bit. I updated the Toliss here, and there's some things that I'm not remembering if I did correctly. So I think one of them is I have my units in pounds here, but they're in kilograms here. So let's get this set up. Mario, it was a definite landing. There was no doubt that we were on the ground. They may still be fixing the potholes. It was fun though. It was fun. All right, back to business here. I need 68. I'm gonna round up a little bit. I'm gonna go like 7,500. Just put a little extra on board there. Quick refuel. Passengers. Pardon me. Taxi packs 171. And cargo. What? They would like 4,000 kilograms of cargo here, so alright, we'll do 2,000 there. I don't know if they're going to take that. And that's putting us a little bit out of balance here, isn't it? Yeah, fuel weight's out of balance there, so let's drop it down. You'll have to just pick up your bags later. Yeah, no worries, Mario, you're good. It really was, it was a lot of fun. It was, just a windy kind of a crosswind deal, and I did okay with the exception of just kind of, just didn't quite flare it. The timing of the flare was bad. Otherwise, it was all right. Hand flew most of it. It was kind of cool. But yeah, anyway. All right, so that's the main thing is I never quite know. So this got updated a little bit, and I think that's the main thing there. I think it looks pretty similar. I mean, I've seen it now with the SimBrief. You can bring the SimBrief stuff in, and it doesn't look like you can bring in. I was hoping there would be a way to bring in the SimBrief stuff as well. I did set the payload and fuel to SimBrief. Maybe that has to be turned on. Is that going to change things here? It did, didn't it? Caramba. Alright, well let's just go 7,600, and we're not going to worry about cargo. We're going to quick refuel, and we'll worry about that. Stu, hello. Yeah, little 320 action. And we'll just check as we go. We'll see if we've got fuel and all that good stuff. But I was going to do the Phoenix, and then I remembered that I hadn't flown this since it got the update, so I wanted to hop in here and see. We do have an active or an up-to-date database, so that's a good thing. I have an ATIS here, information. What is it here? Papa. Oh boy, I hope I haven't missed this event. These guys are looking like they're kind of tidying up and cleaning up here a little bit. Information, Papa. We have Cavo K, winds 290 at 4. QNH 1014. No SIG. Runways 24 left, 24 right. We'll probably have 24 left. Subsonic and Max Games and Pentagon. Hello. How are ya? Alright, so now this is the other spot where I believe we can bring stuff in. This is kind of a new feature that this is the one thing I was really excited about because I'm lazy. Okay, it doesn't like that, so maybe I have to go. I have to put my 2 airfields in here. L, I, M, L. Let's try that. And see, it takes the. Okay. You got your hands on the 7.3, took it to a gravel strip. Heck yeah, man. Oh, this is going to be a booger of a route. Oh, my Lord. This is a total European route. I'm telling you. Let me tell you. Here's the route that SimBrief gave me. And you know how these European routes are. It's like a Fly Simware update. Long route. Oh, good Lord. I thought Toliss fixed that. Techie. Hello. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. All right. All right. That is really disappointing. Okay. Well, settle in, you guys, because it's going to take a little while to get all this stuff put in. I'm going to call. I'm going to get some clearance before we do anything here. We got A ground and S ground. Who would be the guy I'd want to talk to?
125, right via Kilo 6, John Cargo 783.
Where am I, by the way?
121 decimal 85 for Lufthansa.
Stand Alpha 4.
11855,
Okay. So that's the apron is the other one I need. 121855. All right, beautiful.
German Air Force 3509, request.
That's right. Since they are the apron, yeah. Sometimes if you just sit and be quiet and listen, you can figure it out. This place was hopping about 20 minutes ago. Apron, good evening. Easy 816 at Alpha 4 with Papa. IFR clearance down to Milano.
Okay, first Lufthansa for Echo, just continue. Taxi by Victor 1, hold for no spring over, please.
I like that emote, Techie. That's cool.
Lufthansa for Echo, taxi by Victor 1, hold for Bravo. Lufthansa for Echo, contact bedding ground on 121, decimal 705. Hold for Bravo, Lufthansa for Echo. Lufthansa for Echo, contact bedding ground on 121, decimal 705.
Yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot, Mario. It's so fun, though. It's so fun, dude. He's looking at my route right now going, really? This American?
Bravo 07 via Victor 2, Lufthansa 168. Apron, hello, Qatari 7.
I would love, I kind of was thinking maybe they would send me something via, this has a CPDLC, I believe, doesn't it? Maybe it doesn't. No, I guess it doesn't. Oh yeah, it does. Isn't that what that is? Look a brother up.
Sorry, can you repeat the frequency for me, please?
Again, he's looking at my route going, I don't have time to read this.
Thank you.
Cleared as filed.
505, German Air Force 3509. Easy 816, information Papa Cover exceeded to Milan Lenato, via Lunas 3 Alpha departure, flight plan route, climb for set altitude 5000 feet, score 1000.
All right, we have information. Papa on board. We're cleared to destination. It's the, I think you said the Loros 4 Alpha departure. Initial climb 5,000, squawk 1,000, easy 816.
Easy 816, Loros 3 Alpha.
Loros 3 Alpha, easy 816.
Easy 816, repeat correct.
Okay, so a slight change, but that's no big deal. Otherwise, he's like, yeah, good luck, brah. Ian, hey, how's it going? It's not going very good because I thought that our friends at Toliss made the flight plan importable, and I don't have. What the heck? Loros. Alright, they're all closing down. Doggone it. Well, shoot. Alright, well, that gives me a chance to think a little bit here. But, yeah, we are, man. I tell you what, we had a nice group last night. It was a lot of fun. And so much so that I am going to do Monday nights again, or at least next Monday night. No, I have, like, the one I have is the ARSA 4 November, and he wants me on the 3 Alpha. So let's just see. Let's see what we got here. Departures. Let's just look at all the SIDs, because maybe I'm missing something here. RSOP 3 Quebec. So there's a 3 Alpha. And so So those guys are kind of freaking out of here anyway. So 2-4 looks like maybe it's because they want me off of 2-4 right. All right, we might be able to do that. But no, I have an updated ARAC data, and so let's change this to 2-4 right. All right, how do I get rid of you? Do I have to insert you first and then get rid of you, or oh my gosh, there we go. All right, so departure, let's check 2-4 right, and there it is. All right, it just was the other side. It's going to update weekly? Really? Oh my lord. That's a lot. Okay, so that takes us out and about, and then to... I need to change this to... Holy guacamole. This is not going well. ARSA 3 Alpha. It's gonna want to change my... I have to change my runway first. This is what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just trying to... I like getting my Navigraph synced up with everything first. So we're going to add 2-4 right. Then we're going to select our departure here. ARSA 3 Alpha. Let me just make sure that makes sense. That, yeah, so we kind of come around. Almost looks like they... What in the name of... So they loop us around to the north and then down, I guess. All right. I'll play your little game, Trebek. Okay, so we got that set up, and then we can go from there. All right, so then that takes us to Luros. And then, good Lord, and then, are we on some kind of a, yeah, thank goodness, we're on a little bit of an airway after that, so, airway, hop on the old Yankee 211, and that spits us out at Bebq. And I tell you what, if we have no ATC, then I might be giving myself a little bit of a shortcut along the way. They announced it at Expo Jefferson will provide them with weekly charts, so they'll turn into weekly updates. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, just a little bit of extra work, but you know, so be it. It's a good thing, I think, right? I don't know, how often do they update in real life? I mean, surely it's more than once a month, but maybe not. Maybe not. Marim.
Hi, Dick Tyson.
Hey, JPC, what's going on, man? JPC, how often do you guys update your AirAct data in real life? Is it once a month, once a week, daily? Every 28 days. Oh man, so we're gonna be ahead of the of those poor real life pilots, those suckers. Welcome in, man. Good to see you. Rudop, the red nose waypoint. Then we're Ibida. Where are you getting the RSOP departure? Luros has the SID as the, so Max, I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, is I thought he said that we were on the ARSA. Maybe it's the, all right, before we go any further, let's get this figured out. I thought he said we're on the ARSA 3 Alpha. Are we on the Luros? Let's check this out before we go too far. Do I have a Luros 3 Alpha? Oh, I do have a Luros 3 Alpha. What's Luros 3 Alpha do for me here? Hold on. Hold on. It looks pretty similar, honestly, doesn't it? Because we're coming around and we go to Luros. All right. Well, let's, you know, or Max, you probably were paying better attention than me. So let's do this. Let's take you out of there. And let's trade you out with the Max. Oh yeah, we talked about this a little bit, didn't we, Max? Yeah, the Lura. Sorry, yeah, the Lura 3 Alpha. Let's add you, and it's not going to change much, but it'll be a little bit more. Yeah, so I don't have to worry about the the RSOP. So I can take you out. All right, hang tight. Anything to simplify here, I'm all for that. And you are absolutely correct on that. You were teaching me that the last time we talked about these, didn't we? All right, there we go. Good catch, by the way. All right, sweet. So that tightens things up a little bit, which is nice. And hopefully, let's just insert and see, like, what do we have? It should be a quick fix here. 2.4 ARSA. But not ARSA. I want the Lura 3 Alpha. There we go. All right, cool. Now I am going to go check and make sure that I don't have that extra waypoint in there, that Lura waypoint or whatever. Yep, there it is. So I can get rid of it. And let's see. Clear you out. Boom. And tighten up that little disco. Nice catch, man. Hey, no, feel free. Speak up, you guys. You guys know that, right? You know me well enough by now. And we're not done being painful, by the way. we've got 3,000 waypoints to put in still, which again, we're probably not going to put all of them in. What I might do, if I'm being honest, I might have enough to get started. And we can build the rest of the route as we go. I think I'm going to do that. We'll build the rest of the route as we go. Let's get the perf information in here, and I'm interested. Will it? Oh, see? So it's got some takeoff data. No, it doesn't. So it does not. Okay, so either I've got some bad information, or it's not working like I thought it should be working. So, which is kind of a bummer. This has never been good, so I'm not even going to worry about using that. I'm going to use the sim brief data here. So the sim brief takeoff stuff is telling me that 2.4, we're going to go 2.4 right, and we'll just optimum stuff. Weather is in, calculate. All right, so what do we have here? Let's make sure that the weather information is in fact correct. Yes, that looks good. All right, cool. So flaps 1, flex temp 62. Let's get all that put in there, and we'll be in business. Okay. Flaps 1, and what is our this might be the last time I fly this Toliss. I'm gonna be honest with you. Up 0.1. I'm just gonna guess. I don't have that information on my sim brief. I don't know that it's going to give that to me here, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Temp is 62. And all right, that looks fine. Let's go to the next page, and that's fine.
Choosing.
Hey Kev, I am so light. I'm so freaking not remembering how to. I'm so spoiled with having everything auto import that I'm not even remembering what I need to do to put stuff in there. Tighten up that disco. Sounds like Melvin Leroy Flight. Yeah, there you go. There you go. but the band name is Earth, Wind, and Back to Earth and Fire. No, that's pretty good. I like that. I like that. That could definitely be my next Suno music, Blame AI music project. So, zero fuel weight. What are they estimating here? 61.6. Cool. And block fuel, we put in 7.6. All right, good deal. Got no extra time, I guess. All right, very nice. That doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence right there. But all right. One. Good gravy. Good gravy. 151. Man, I'm heavy. Apparently, I'm heavy. 153. And I packed that extra fuel because I thought there might be a little event action going on here with some delay vectors, but I don't think it's that way anymore. So here we go again. Flaps 1. And up 0.1. I guess I have to put that in twice. Flex temp 62. Did I not? Maybe I didn't get that inserted. Okay, there we go. We're managing the climb, the cruise. Yeah, we're good to go there. All right, sweet. So let's go back to our numbers. We're going to put you to bed here. Slowest pan in the world. Okay. Something is not right here. I don't know what's right, what's not right. Fuel. Did we get our fuel like we wanted to? Let's check. 7.6. Yeah, got the fuel. Is maybe I have a waypoint in there that's wrong because it's not a 3,000 mile. All right, I'm gonna have to take a peek here at just what I have inserted. Let's go to the plan. I probably just misspelled something. That's kind of I have a history of doing that. So let's see what it looks like here, shall we? All right. The departure looks good. Oh, there it is, right after Meram. It's this Rudod, way the heck out here. Yep. So that's the one. I gotta tighten up my spelling on that guy right there. We caught one of those on our flight out of Moncton too, which was kind of cool. It's always good to double check these things, right? Okay, so it's Rudop. All right, let's get rid of you. And let's put in the correctly spelled R Romeo Uniform Delta Alpha Papa Rudop. There we go. And that'll be enough to get us started, you guys. And then we'll finish the rest as we go here. That'll get us down the road a bit. And, yeah. We'll even go BOD V just to give us one extra waypoint. Get us 100 miles or so down the down the road and we'll be in business. All right, cool. So, ba-da-ba-ba. How's it going, Mari? You know how it is living the life of a former celebrity child. Must be rough. Must be rough. Okay, power up. We have everything. You know what? I didn't check as if we have the nav light on. Let's turn it on. Oh, it just can go on one there. External power is what we're on. Nav logos. Yep. Park and brake is on. Gear down. Flaps 0. And we've got everything else is good there. Speed brake is retracted. Common nav frequencies. So we're just still 2280 over here, I believe, in Europe. And do I have, now hold on here, I do have a center frequency still on, but that's not us. That's so I must have grossly underestimated our Berlin time here, because it is crickets right now in Berlin. But okay, that's okay. All right, we've got our clearance. Let's throw an altimeter in there, 1014. We'll get our glare shield all set up here as well. We're going to be in Q&H today, 1014. The initial climb he gave us was 5,000, but you know what? We ain't got nobody around, so we're going to go straight on up. All the way up. No one can stop me. I'm all the way up. 36. We are looking good there. Is this synced up? Good deal. And yes, sir. We're going to get ready to start the APU. So let's go to that page. And we are ready. Flight directors are on. We've got all of our data in there. Our init. Yeah. That's a... I must have done something incorrectly, because I'm showing here in my notes that all I have to do is go to init A and do the INIT request, and it should give me everything I want. So I must have done something incorrectly. I don't know. But clearly we don't have that. So anyway, all right. Okay. Yep, let's get the APU going here, and there's not much we can do about it at this point, right? Might as well just rock and roll. Bing, bing. Perhaps I can imagine how hard that is, but I was only popular with my parents. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I think I started before I call for push. I try to get everything else going. I try to do everything I can while I'm on ground. I know it just depends. I think JPC has said that a lot of times they don't even worry about the ground. They just leave the APU going. But for me, I like to use the ground power as much as I can. I'm trying to save, downwind sim some fuel bills here. Okay, are we not starting? Flap is open. Let's get started. Let's get it started. I must have pushed that too soon. All right. Now we're going. Now we're rocking and rolling. All right, baby. I try my best. I really do. Wait for that to become available. And
Berlin Traffic, helicopter helicopter BO105
Leads can come on.
5 miles south, reporting point. Mike for crossing aerodrome via
Not
Mike
quite. There we go.
November.
Now we're on the gen, so we can take our external power off. Let's see, over here. What do we have? Ground services. Very good. That's off. Chalk's off. And I don't have any doors open. I don't believe. We'll look just to make sure. Kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, aren't we? Boy, this airport, this is a nice little freeway. I wonder if it's had some work done to it in X-Plane 12. I like those dark windows. Are cool, man. Look awesome. Yeah, I mean, you know what? You're probably right there, Shusey. I do suppose it also depends a little bit, though, on whether or not you have like an air conditioning unit as well. All right, we're gonna push.
Please show me where you want to go.
Where do we want to go?
Current traffic, helicopter
I subscribe to this one gal.
at reporting point in 1000.
We're gonna push back with our nose to the left.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Anyway, I subscribe to this gal. She's a tug driver, and she's like, you know, it's people ask me all the time what it's like to do this job, and she's like, it's not really all that bad. It's kind of like just hooking up your RV. You just got to make sure that you have, you know,
Ground to cockpit.
power,
Toe is driving
water,
up.
AC. You know, you got to hook up something to drain your toilets. She's like, it's basically the same thing. So I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, if you didn't have that to do the AC from the outside, yeah, you'd have no other choice.
All right. All doors and hitches are closed.
Who
Ready
are all
to
these
connect.
people driving around my airport? What is going on here? What in the name of Berlin Brandenburg? What kind of rules do we have over here in Germany? Max, what's going on here? Is this what happens in Germany? You just drive your Priuses all over willy-nilly? Are those VIPs? What's happening? What's going on? All right. Passenger signs are on, emergency lights on, beacons on, APU masters. APU is started. External power is disconnected. Chocks are
No
removed.
connected in bypass pin
Doors
inserted.
closed.
Release parking brake.
Parking brake is released. And we're ready to start.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Does this guy not come up here? I thought he does. Wait a second. What do I have to do here? Good night. Alrighty. I don't have to do anything with the old Paxolas, do I? Just got to push start.
Berlin traffic, helicopter BO105 crossing now. Airfield from south to north.
Helicopter? Where's the helicopter flying? Where are you at, Mister? Maybe right there. Coming over the top. Very cool. Obviously, I have the time set for my local time. It's getting pretty dark right now where we're at. Come on, are we gonna turn? Watch out, baggage guy. That's our helicopter right there, isn't it? Here he comes. This is so cool. All right. Nice, dude. Oh, that's badass. All right. Anyway, I gotta
Berlin
get
traffic, hearing street
focus.
on the IS-24 left, currently 10 nautical miles out, Berlin traffic.
Yeah, I think the cargo guys pretty much have to get it going because there's nobody. They're not bringing no GPU out. I shouldn't say that. I don't know that. Ibanez. Hello, sir.
Berlin traffic,
Whoa,
Bravo
boy, easy.
105 is finished crossing the airfield and leaves CTR via November in 1,500 feet.
That was pretty cool. We just had a helicopter fly over the top of
Operation
us.
complete. Set parking brake.
Ibanez, I heard. I want to tell you a story,
Stand by.
and then I have a follow-up story that I heard last night. So, in my travels down to see family, I had 4 flights. Every time I walked on, I was waiting for the flight attendant to ask me how I was doing, because you know what I was going to say, right? I was ready. I had it. I was ready. And I didn't get one chance to say, I'm doing good. However, I heard you were able to say that like 50 times down at Expo, which I think is amazing. Oh man, one of these days, you know what's going to happen is I'm not going to be ready, or I'm going to be ready, and I'm never going to get asked that. And then I'm going to be just, getting on a plane, not paying attention, and the flight attendant's going to ask me how I'm doing, and I'm going to not be ready for it. I'm doing fine, good, you're good, I'm good.
We'll see you next
I'm
time.
good.
Servus.
All right, we are going. We are rolling. Wyatt, I am rolling. We can turn this off, But they were borderline requesting it. Well, dude, I'm telling you what. You are, like, you got a brand now. You got expectations. And, yeah, buddy, I think that's awesome. Again, I'm really sad that I wasn't able to be there, but
Berlin traffic,
next time.
helicopter.
Tip dog.
Point, November
Hello, sir.
1,500 feet.
All right, so we're heading out 24 right. We're going to jump over to Charlie.
Berlin traffic, going 3 Papa Delta, short final, 24 left.
Okay. Berlin traffic, easy 816, taxi 24 right via Charlie. All right, I think we're ready to go. That is definitely a really cool thing. Again, that you kind of have a little catchphrase, and I think that's awesome. All right, we've got to be down 0.1. There we go. We just, by the way, totally guessed on our flap setting because we didn't have that information available to us. But it's always been either up 0.1 or down 0.1 for the flights that we fly. So, are we? What's the deal here? What's going on? Disconnected. Do I have parking brake is on? That's why that parking brake doesn't let you go. Hello, Soren. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to the Melvin Leroy channel. If you're here and we have not met, my name is Brant. Great to have you on board. Flying from Berlin down to Milano, and I have grossly mistimed this Berlin Tuesday event. I thought it started at 2 o'clock my time, but I believe it ended at 2 p.m. my time. So we're Nordo for just a little bit here, but it does look like Milano has some ATC, and so that's cool. We'll still have some fun. Ibanez, you look. I've heard that now from so many people. I have heard that from so many people. He might be the most lovable guy in flight simulation. I mean, I think, don't you think? I mean, it's going to be tough to beat. Them's my shoes in the lovability department. It sounds like, if we went Ibanez and Planet Neutral and Sleazy Does It, we'd have a pretty good front three for our City League basketball team also. So, you know, I'm just throwing that out there. Here comes a little lefty. A little bit of lefty flashbacks for you there, Zilix. Welcome to Berlin, you guys. We're going to be about an hour and 40 minutes, I think, down to Milano. And I did hear about the cigar episode. And yeah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I feel like that's where, as a little bit older gentleman, I might have been able to give some guidance. However, you know, sometimes, and I'm speaking from personal experience, sometimes learning the hard way is the best way to learn. So, anyway. Yeah. Okay, we're down here, Charlie, and 24 right. It's a flex takeoff. We're taking a right-hand turn, expecting a right-hand turn, climbing to 5,000, then on course with the Luros being our ultimate exit from the departure. Yeah, so I think you probably made that that one little bar and restaurant. I think you made that manager's week, though. It sounds like you guys all went down there like all 3 nights, and that's pretty cool. Nice to find a little hangout like that. Jeffrey B was way too loud until total silence. What? So I heard Jeffrey had a good Friday night, but then I didn't hear about Saturday. Like, did his wife take him on a riverboat tour or something? Zambonis. What a great name for a Minnesota club. Such a crazy hockey town, anyway. Or what happened to Jeffrey Aloysius Beckers that I need to know about? I just hope he's okay. And then he went off the wagon. Okay, I get what's going on. I just want to make sure there's no damage to the disco hat. That's the main thing. Now Jeffrey will be okay, but I wanted to make sure that disco hat was okay. All right, let's see here. We are good here. We're gonna go some landing lights or takeoff lights, I guess. Takeoff lights there. And I didn't get the APU turned off, but now it is. All right, beautiful. We got somebody coming in here. It looks like descending. I think we have time here. Berlin traffic, easy 816 departing 24 right. We'll be southbound, Berlin. Sounds like somebody had a near mid-air collision experience on VATSIM. So he missed. Oh my goodness. Bit indisposed. I see. Well, yeah. Yeah, you gotta pace yourself at these things. You know, you have to pace yourself. Disco hat intact. Oh man. Kev, did I say hi? Welcome in, man. Good to have you here, sir. Alright, let's check out. We got a couple good donks. There we go. Bing, bing, flexi flex. Uh-oh, I know why it doesn't like me. I don't have the, I have the ignition on still. I will deal with it here. And I don't have the speed brake arm. Sorry about that. We do have Manflex 60, I think, 58, whatever we said. And We're rolling. Keep those doggies rolling. Hopefully JPC's not watching my departure here. Poor JPC. He takes time, valuable time out of his day to help me learn this wonderful aircraft. And literally, every time he helps me, I get worse. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right, clean up. Doing good. Good air speedo. Beautiful. Hand fly just until we get kind of out of here. And I like hand flying this plane. I do love how the Toliss feels. It flies so nicely. It just is so clunky in all of its systems and all that stuff. Okay, it's not gonna, doesn't want me to go back to lever climb. Why? Why not? Am I just gonna stay flex 62 the whole time? What's going on? There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Something about apple cider and Fireball not mixing well. Oh my gosh. Ugh, that combination. Yes. Yes. Oh, and I had my, okay, so that's the other thing. Squawk 1000. So I had a lot of things wrong here, you guys. Sorry about that. Boom, 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 boom. That's good. Now we're on. And also predictive wind shear needs to be on. And that needs to be off. That was supposed to be armed. Oh, don't set it. Now it's not armed. I had like 4 things that were not done correctly. Welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. Checklist. What checklist? And beers on top of apple cider, Fireball, and beers. Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Is 2 miles.
No question about that.
Of November.
That's unfortunate.
And CTR at 1,500.
Okay, I'm gonna do something kind of crazy here. Kind of crazy. Stay with me here, you guys. No one's paying attention, so let's just do this. What if we go? Can I go direct Luros? Where's my Luros? Not have Luros? Where's Luros? Enter? How do I enter? Why am I... What the... Direct Luros. Boom. Let's go, baby.
Helicopter PO 101.
Thought we were already starting to turn right a little bit. This will save us a little bit of time. And then we go Luros to Bebku. Yeah, I'm getting rid of a couple things here. Bebku. Sweet. Luros to Bebku.
101.
Then
Crossing airfield.
Pickett. Yeah, alright, cool. Alright, let's pay attention here a little bit. We're turning the wrong way, yes I know, but we're just getting out of Dodge here. Nobody else. We got a bunch of dudes. Nope. Only one other guy, 2 other guys coming in, I guess, but we'll be out of their hair. And yeah, that will work. You enjoyed seeing the Echo 19 guys and Boris hanging out. Yeah, they're kind of like the main sound guys right now, aren't they? So what about this Meridian stuff? can anybody clarify to me, is the Meridian, is he the guy that kind of got screwed over, or is he the guy that caused the problem with the Bravo? What happened? Who was the one that was at fault there? And the reason I'm asking is because it sounds like the Meridian has some kind of interesting things that are coming out. But I don't want to support somebody who tried to take, like, it sounds to me like one of the guys tried to freaking rip off the other. And so, but I like the idea of the modular concept that Meridian has coming out, because apparently you can buy a throttle quadrant and just snap in an Airbus attachment, or swap it out with a Boeing or GA or whatever. Meridian is the OG. He's the guy that broke off from Honeycomb. Okay, so the guys left at Honeycomb are they're the ones that kind of try to take over, and because there was some stuff that happened there that was not good, right? Like it was not an amicable split, but yeah, he's the one that got screwed. Okay. Well, I hope he does well. And again, I might look a little bit at that Meridian stuff on the flight here. But actually, before I do any of that, let's get stuff put in here. So what do I got? So we're heading to Luros, and actually, you know what? We're going to even do better than that. We're going to head to Bepku. Cut this corner, and then I'm going to put in. I got Rudop. Good. Ebida, sorry. Bodvi. Alright, awesome. So we actually we have most of the flight plan in already. Bodvi, then it's Barris. Alpha Sierra, Barros. Perfect. And Alpix. Meridian has some good stuff, but you're going to wait for them to have products in production and shipping before you order anything. Yeah. Iowa Scotsman, I think I'm the same way. I just was listening to Moose talk a little bit about that, and I just like the approach, I guess, to what they're doing. I know that my Honeycomb stuff is I mean, it's still doing well, but it's showing some signs of age, you know, and so I know at some point I'm going to have to think about a replacement. So now is the time, right, to start saving, because if you can get another 3 or 4 years out of it, you can get a little bit of money put away, and then you can maybe start replacing things a little at a time. Honestly, I think the first thing is not even a Honeycomb related replacement. I think I'm going to need to replace my rudder pedals here at a certain time. Not a good look on the floor though. Meridian's GA setup worked all weekend, but his 737 only worked mostly on Friday. Ah, man, that's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah, that you feel kind of bad at that point, because, boy, they really put a lot into, setting all that stuff up, and for it to not work correctly. That's kind of what happened with. I remember. Oh heck, who are the guys that make the not the L1011. What's the other 3-holer in Microsoft? Shoot. Oh gosh, dang it. DC10, DC11, DC whatever. And I'm blanking. But anyway, those guys 3 years ago, down in Houston is kind of when they were first, kind of working on that, and it was still in beta, and their setup was not good. In fact, it was kind of embarrassing, honestly. They had like a laptop with a single joystick, no rudder pedals, TFDI, and they were wanting people to come over and check out their beautiful airplane that they had. Completely the wrong setup, and I'm just like, what in the heck are you guys doing? You couldn't get any kind of a feel for it. I'm like, what a waste. What an absolute waste. Which approach are we going to want here into Milan? We're heading up, we're landing north. So what do we have? Yankee? Let's look at the Yankee approach here. From Sorop, or maybe Dixler. What does it give me here? It just gives me kind of a final. Looks like all these are final, so you kind of get like a little bit of a vector here, I guess. What's the difference between a Yankee and a Zulu? Zulu is more... Alright, let's look at the decision heights there. I can never remember. I think Zulu, you have to have more training to do a Zulu than a Yankee, right? We'll slam in the Yankee for now. And if we get an ATIS or something when we get down there, we'll change. Alright, so ILS 35 Yankee. And it is going to be on the Lucy 1 Yankee. Lucy 1 Yankee. What transition do we have here? Don't have one. Don't need one. Okay. Beautiful. Perfect. Love it. Okay, flight plan is up to date and no discontinuities. And you can hear in the background that Cody is excited about that. So Saturday it was not working again. And so yeah, so Tim, so there's the two things that I liked about what I was seeing. Let me see if I can pull it up here. That was one of them. The servos, very cool idea. Okay, let me make sure before I pull up a screen here, let me make sure everything is good. Strobe should have been on. And nice smooth air. Everything else is good there, I think. We're good. Alright, I think we're looking good, you guys. So but I don't know if he's going to show this or not, but the modular system here is the thing that really excites me. This is the part that apparently you can swap out. Yeah, so you can see here, like you can, if you want it to be Airbus, it can be Airbus. If you want it to be, GA, it can be GA. I guess maybe that's Boeing. Anyway, I like that idea, and what I was wondering, I don't know if you guys were able to get hands on this, but like, does it have the detents? Because I know when I was looking at, I think it was Thrustmaster last year, 2 years ago. Anyway, whenever it was down in Providence last year, I know that the actual throttles had the detents, and man, was that nice. I mean, especially for Airbus, right? Because like you saw what I was doing, looking down and trying to find, you know, the frickin' detent, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, but yeah, so swappable, but what about the detents? Does it have the detents? That's what I want to know, especially with the scare bus. I guess that's this guy right here. But yeah, I like this. And then it looks like these face plates also. I didn't realize this, but these face plates are also swappable, and they've got some. Okay, they've got some stuff in there as well. So pretty dang cool. There's the GA version. So it's got a little bit of, you know, just some heading controls and stuff like that. It's kind of very similar to what the Bravo has. And I don't, honestly, I need to do a better job of making use of this stuff. I really don't do a lot. I don't do enough, honestly, but I need to. So yeah, so we'll see. And then there's the haptic feedback system. Uses the independent actuators. Ooh, a little ambient color. Yeah, so I'm excited about that. I mean, I really am. I hope it's not, you know, $1,000 or something like that. But according to the website, the throttle set captures the characteristics of low-profile levers of the Airbus family, complete with gates for idle. Oh, nice. Heck yeah. There you go, Tim. Very good. There. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Very, very nice, you guys. We're even breaking out. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Give ourselves a little shortcut. You know. Looking good. I might even give myself another little shortcut here. Save another little bit of distance, a little bit of fuel. And making that little right-hand turn over. Meow. Tim, you hung around until Monday, right? Before you left. Did you go on that last tour that they did there? I saw Evan posted pictures of them loading up to do one more, like, I don't even know what it was, but there was about 12 dudes on the bus heading to do something on Monday. That's probably the only thing that I would do differently. Both times that I went to Expo, I've departed on the last day of Expo. If I had it to do over, the next time I do, I think the smart thing to do is to get there Thursday, the day before, and then leave on Monday, which is the day after. Like, don't be in a rush. You know, take an extra couple days, and yeah. Oh, it was a Delta Tech Ops. Oh, you did it on Friday. Nice, awesome. So yeah, for those of you that haven't gone, that's a little tip from a guy that's went a couple different times. Tim Dog, you maybe can speak to that as well, because I know you've been there several times. But yeah, it's always good to get there just a little early, and but the other thing is just like I wish we would stay a little bit later, because there's a lot of people that you just don't get to see during the hustle and bustle of the event. And that last Sunday, everybody clears out, and it's amazing how many people are still there at the venue that, like, you can, you know, just have one more dinner with. And I mean, that's the main, you know, the main thing that you do is you just chat over dinner, right? And so just adding one more dinner to the mix is really a nice thing. This is it. JPC's house right here. His home away from home. JPC, how's the meniscus feeling there, brother? made a little vacation last time you were at Vegas? All right, I'm going to do something here. I was a little bit critical of the Las Vegas choice, okay, yesterday, so I'm going to try to make up for it a little bit here. Let's see. What would be things my mom bot could do in Las Vegas? Visit the Sphere. I have heard it's pretty cool to go visit even if you don't see a show. The Fountains of the Bellagio. Free and surprisingly impressive. The Conservatory in the Gardens. Okay, ride the high roller. Ooh. My wife would like that. She's a fanatic for stuff like this. Okay, that does look kind of cool. I'm going to admit, that does. I might be able to even do that. I get a little bit freaked out with heights, but, oh, Red Rock, 20 minutes away. Hoover Dam. How far is the Grand Canyon? Visit Area 51. The Howard W. Cannon Aviation Museum. What? Stop it. What? Who is? Oh, this is part of the Harry Reid International Airport. Okay, go. Okay, cool. The Neon Museum. What's the Neon Museum? 45 minutes. It'd be fun if you could get some kind of a tour bus or something. You definitely want to check out the old dam. What is this? The Neon Museum, non-profit institution dedicated to collecting, preserving, and showcasing the city's iconic neon signs. Oh, nice. That actually does look kind of cool. Omega Mart. You guys heard of this? I've never heard of the Omega Mart. Immersive interactive art installation and narrative experience created by artist collective Meow Wolf. What the? Oh my god, I don't think I'll be doing that one. No, the Mob Museum. Oh, Mario, your family loves that market? Oh no. The Mob Museum, the official National Museum, or sorry, the National Museum of Organized Crime and Law Enforcement. Okay, I bet that's actually pretty cool. Oh man. You could get 2 fingers of scotch down there, you'd be in business, right? Grandpa stuff. little prohibition site right there. Oh man. We went. There was supposed to be a mob hangout in Providence that we found out about. My wife and I wanted to go have dinner there, and we didn't quite make it. Pinball Hall of Fame, Cirque du Soleil, Blue Man, magic shows, I'd rather do Red Rock Canyon. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to do there. It really, I mean, Las Vegas got smart about this thing about the mid-'80s, maybe a little bit after that, where they realized that the true money is not, I mean, gambling is a source of income, but the true money is all the other stuff that brings the families down. The shows and the food and the, all that stuff. Like, Like, you used to be able to go down there and get like $1 buffets, and they were freaking amazing. You know, and they were catering to the gamblers because they just wanted to keep them in there, you know, keep them at the blackjack table, so they were doing whatever they could. But they figured out quick, man. You bring freaking U2 down and let them play at the Sphere and charge $125 a ticket, you know, every night for whatever. Like, that's the money right there, man. Doozy, what's going on? Red Rock was a great time. Spent the night hiking there. Ah, that's awesome. The F-18 low-level speed tour of the Grand Canyon sounds fun. Oh, yeah. So anyway, they are much more. I get that. I just want. Sometimes I get a little bit, you know, get off my lawn, old man, grumpy about stuff. Yeah. Good night. I don't want to turn Jeffrey B loose on the Vegas Strip. If St. Paul had him out of commission for 2 days, good Lord. Not even expensive compared to Metallica Subsonic. What's going on? I bet, actually, because U2 was there. They were there for a long time, right? I mean, they were booked in that place for like months. So I think he had a little bit better ticket prices. But I think Metallica just kind of comes in every now and again, right? If I remember right. Yeah. Really? Twice or 3 times? Yeah, holy cow. That's crazy, man. Let's have a look here. If this was the Tree Fox channel, he would just be asking his AI cockpit co-pilot. What are we going here? Best live rock performance, really. So, Life Burns Faster. Oh, so they are at the Sphere now, residency. Okay. So, anywhere from $250 to $6,000. Okay. The VIP package. Holy crap. I've come to realize that there is an income tax bracket that I have no idea what it's like. Because to me, $250 to $600, I'm going, holy crap. I don't think I can afford that. And there's some people that are like, yeah, let's bring my homies, $6,000 a ticket, VIP package. You got it, man. Crazy. Yeah, much cheaper. Premium red zone, $600. And yeah, $2,000 for those premiums. Yep. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. I wonder what band is the highest ever. Metallica. Subsonic, man. Yeah, buddy. That's cool. U2 is not even Grateful Dead and Company, the Eagles. Wow, cool. Who the heck is the Elenium? I don't know who that is. Huh, interesting. My wife has been talking about that it's time for us to go see another concert of some sort. So, sorry about that. Oh, really? realize that. That's pretty cool. A little traffic next to us, going probably the other way, it looks like. And, alright, how about a peek at the scopes here? Let's see if we have anything. Oh, man. This was lit up just a minute ago, and now everybody's going to bed. So, we're heading right there to Milano. It looks like we do have currently some tower ground and an ATIS at least. So that's good. But everybody's going to everybody's going into, what is this, Naples? What is LAMC? Malpensa. That's the party spot tonight, I guess. Evan said there was rail access from the airport to the hotel. Nice. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that kind of rail city transit now that I've been through kind of that in New York. I can see the benefit of that, man. That's a pretty good way to get around town. We should have been maybe down here. I don't know, guys. Tuesday's a weird day in Europe. I mean, there are some great events, but for whatever reason, I consistently miss the events. What do we got here? Let's let me pull some up here. Let's see where it all went wrong with this event. So let's see, what is it today? 16th. It's my anniversary. My wife and I's anniversary today, by the way. So, oh, I don't even see the I don't even see the Berlin event. Maybe the Berlin event's only every other week. So 17:30. Yeah, I would have been right at the tail end, even if that was going like normal. So there's a Malpensa event. So that's where everybody's going. Excuse me. That's where everybody's going right now. That's ending here. It's ended a half hour ago, so they're still cleaning up a little bit, looks like. But yeah, I don't know if maybe I need to start my Tuesday streams a little earlier. Because there was something here that the Tallinn Express, which, where is that? I don't know where that's at. Estonia. I don't think I've ever flown Estonia. But that goes from, let's see, that'd be 11 o'clock my time. The problem I have with that is that I try on my day off. Tuesday is my day off. So I try to get like all my stuff done in the morning, you know, all my honeydews and you know, get a little workout, get the dogs walked and all that stuff. And of course, I'm a grandpa, so I got to take my nap. I try to get all that done. And 2 o'clock is about as early as I can kind of get out on a Tuesday. But yeah, I don't know. Tuesdays are just kind of dead days. I mean, some weeks you have a ton of stuff here, but others not so much. So really all we have later on is like the Tracon tour. So that's 5 o'clock my time. I'm going to start as soon as I get on the ground here. I'm going to go right to this event here, Chicago ARTCC, and we're going to try. I've never done this before, so I don't know if they're going to be happy about it or not, but I'm going to try to fly to Meigs Field. And since it's not, has anybody tried to do that on VATSIM since it's not a real airport? Thank you, Ibanez. And thank you, Mario. Yeah, 36 years. Can you believe that? Believe that? 36 years. Pretty dang awesome. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know what they're gonna think if I try to fly, you know, to old MiGs. Should I do it offline? I don't even know. I want to start at there's a cool little Porter County Regional in Valparaiso, Indiana, and then there's another kind of cool little freeware Southwest Michigan Regional. And so this is what the route's going to look like. Let me put it on here. KVPZ. KPEH. And then KCGX. Oh, it won't show it because it's not on here. But here's the basic idea, guys. Like, I will start down here in Valparaiso, and I'll fly over to roughly over here. You know, just a little quick hop, and then up to Benton Harbor, Southwest Michigan Regional. Two good little freeware airports, and then this, of course, in Microsoft has been bespoken. But I wonder what they're going to say. Like, I wonder if I just make that request kind of via text or something, if they're okay, because I don't, like, they wouldn't even provide service in here anymore, right? Yet, they got to do something, right? I'm not the first guy to want to fly to MiGs. Now that I look at this, though, it's kind of a short flight for the... I fired up the Chancellor the other day. That was pretty fun. It's kind of a short flight, 37 miles, 56 miles. It'll be all right. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe if I get going early enough, maybe there won't be any ATC, and I can just kind of sweet talk my way in there. Yeah, nobody odd just yet. And then after that, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. There's a chance I could do an additional flight somewhere. I don't know. There's the night will be young, and I can't stay up crazy late like I did last night because I do have to go to work tomorrow. But well, this weather. This is less than ideal. I'm glad I made it daytime so you can see the cool scenery. Puffelfish, hello. Good to see you. Alright, let's do a little bit of setup work here. We got a ways to go, but not too far. So, Linate in Milan, Italy. Right now, the winds are variable at 2. QNH is 1017. Temperature is a lovely 24 degrees Celsius. 48, so it's like in the high 80s, high 70s, low 80s. That's luscious. Love it, love it. Variable at 2. So what do I do? It goes just 0, 0, 0 at 2. I don't know. That'll have to work. Let's check out the barrows here for the ILS. Currently flying the ILS Yankee, runway 35, and it looks to me like we got a barrow of 537. Beautiful. Alright. Landing speed is 32, approach speed 37. 77. And as long as we got the charts out, let's have a look at the arrival here. I should have left this chart out. That's okay. So, Lucille below 150. Pretty much hold that down to Mike Lima 371. We need to slow down to 250 and be above 6. And then 230 above 6 at Tucos. And then it's pretty much 210 and 6,000 all the way down and around the turnstile. Then they drop us eventually down to 3,000. So, yeah, we'll kind of see how much traffic we have here. If there's not a lot of traffic, what I'll probably do is try to descend to 3,000 a little early. Maybe we can kind of cut the corner here a little bit, as they do have a tendency to do that over here. They can sometimes extend you and sometimes cut you in. That's kind of nice. Some of these approaches, I don't know if you guys have seen them, but they they go down and up and back down. They're like, literally like turnstiles. It's a pretty cool way to like manage a lot of traffic. And then again, the ILS, so we're going to be down 3,000. Well, we'll step down to 2,500 at 8.4 and intercept that glide slope and localizer there. Oh, take it back. Yeah, 3,000, 12.5. If we go missed, runway heading 3,000 at 2.5. We turn right out here to Trezzo, and we hold at 1,000 feet or above. Wait, what? Climbing to 3,000. Turn right after the LIN intersection. Oh, got to be 1,000 or above at that, and then 220. We drop in this hold at 220 if we go missed. So Las Vegas transit options are limited. There's monorail and the loop, but each only go to so many places. And there's nothing that connects the whole city like New York. Gotcha. If you only go for the expo and don't venture out of the West Gate, then your biggest expenses will be food. Yeah. If you want to go somewhere else, yeah, get an Uber or a rental car. It was nice when we were down in Houston. We had a rental car, and that was really nice. It gave you just the option, the freedom to buzz around as you needed. Providence, that was the great thing about Providence, is everything was so walkable. Hey, Matt. Happy Tuesday. How do I like the 320? Well, I really like the aircraft. And I like a lot of what the Toliss does, but I thought they updated this a little bit, but for some reason I'm not able to. One of the things that didn't work for me is I was not able to bring in my Simbri flight plan directly into the box here. So I don't know what I did wrong, but that's a quality of life thing that I was really looking forward to. The airplane itself flies great, so that's kind of cool. I like Toliss, but the Phoenix is way better. It just is all the way. It looks better, flies nice, sounds great. So automated with the EFB, super great aircraft. So this may be one of the final flights for the Toliss A320, unless they could keep updating it, which they do. They're pretty active with their aircraft, but I also think right now they're focused a little bit more on that A350. And when that comes out, that's probably going to be one I'm checking out. I don't know. We'll see, but I like the A320 as an an aircraft. In fact, I even broke down, was kind of originally like a Boeing fan. You know, I love Boeings because that's what I had as a little kid growing up. As we had 737s, man. So that was always my favorite aircraft. But after I'm a little older and travel a little bit more, I can definitely say that the Airbus is more comfortable to fly on than the Boeing. And so that's, I mean, I've only been on, I guess I've been on an 320, like a 319, 320, 321, you know, the 320 family. And those have all been really nice to fly on. The 737, 757, the 777, you know, they're just, the 777 is probably the worst, honestly, because there's so many people and you just feel squeezed in. And not just the seats, whatever, I'm just not sure, but the seats are just not as comfortable. So, anyway, you have the 319, 321. Phoenix is definitely sharper plane, better on the eyes, yeah. Toliss does have good systems depth. And yeah, that's kind of where I think where everyone's at, Matt, right? It just needs a little, this stuff is, I mean, they've improved a lot of this stuff, you know, I mean, and it's I mean, at the end of the day, it's an Airbus, man. It doesn't look, I mean, you're not looking at you're not in a Gulfstream, right? Like, it's a simple, basic cockpit. It looks a lot like this. It does. It's just a little bit sharper in that Phoenix. And, you know, I don't know, but there's not really been anything that I've wanted to do in the Toliss that I haven't been able to do in terms of, you know, like missed approach or you know, flying holds, or, you know, all that stuff, you know, offset routes and things like that. Everything seems to be simulated very well. JPC I think he prefers the Phoenix. He mentioned a couple different things that he said the Phoenix does better systems wise than the Toliss, which kind of surprises me, to be honest with you. But the Phoenix guys have really done a nice job with their aircraft. What I don't like about both of these aircraft is the liveries are a pain in the butt. Like Toliss, like you have, like this is I think this is the 320 Neo that I have, and so, man, you gotta hunt for, like, it ships with like one livery, and you gotta go freaking download crap and hope it's the right, you know, format, and then with the Phoenix it's the opposite. There's so many of them that you don't know what, like, when you download a livery, you don't know which variant it goes with. Does it go with the IAE? Does it go with the IAE with the sharklets? Does it go with the IAE with the winglets? I mean, it's just like, golly, come on. So both of them could work on their livery organization a little bit, in my opinion. But that said, that's a pretty small thing, you know, honestly. This is where Toliss just kind of struggles a little bit. And I get it. It's right, we're saving frames. This is a frame saving livery or option, you know, cabin, I mean. So anyway, just my 2 cents. Just my .002, as Boozy Sheep would say. How's Boozy doing? Did he hop back in and do some DCSing? He had a little bit of an X-plane, kind of a tough X-plane morning here. Oh yeah, he's going. He's doing. Oh, he's in the DCS world right now, isn't he? Yeah, he's going pew pew. I didn't see. I kind of was occupied with some different things. I didn't see what his issue was, but he had a couple crashes, and sounds like he was just kind of over over. It doesn't sound like his X-plane is working very well. It goes through phases, doesn't it? I mean, holy cow. That's why, again, I think if you can do it, it's great to have two sims. It's great to have both Microsoft and X-plane, because when you kind of get into those phases where one of them's a little crankier than the other, at least you have one you can still do. Or, like I know I have some friends that have their sim platform and like ATC. So they always have a fallback. Or they have their sim platform and they have, American Truck Sim also. So it's just good to have a backup plan. Alright, 18 minutes left on my flight here. We should have some top of descent coming up here in short order. Yes, indeed, right there. I think I'm going to go all the way down. Have no ATC, so I'm going to try to just go all the way down to 3,000. And we'll cut the corner. Footy, hello. How are you? Happy Tuesday. We're heading to Milano. Lanate. The worst part about this cloud cover, guys, is we're flying over the freaking Italian Alps right now, and we can't see any of it. Look, they're there. The prettiest parts of the world, and you can't even see it. So yeah, when I get down on the ground, I'll do the rare stream or the rare sim swap. I don't like doing that, but I will do that. We'll hop out of X-plane and hop into Microsoft 24, and hopefully that'll treat us nicely. And then hop in that Fly Simware Chancellor, the Cessna 414. It got an update as well.
What are you doing here?
And it's Jasuka. Hello, welcome. Hi, Raiders. How's it going? Thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Hope your afternoon, evening is going splendidly there. Bonjour, mon ami. But I am, so I hopped in the Chancellor. It was, speaking of the man, the myth, the legend.
Jeffrey 3 woohoo.
Jeffrey, hello. He's alive. One of your emotes didn't work. Yeah, you have those fancy emotes, I think, there. That I don't do. I don't have that set up. But thanks for coming in, Suka. And Jeffrey, thanks for 75 months, man. Holy cow. That's amazing. Oh, hey, we've got some Alps. That's a lot. I know, right? Suka, I was thinking about this the other day, and I don't know if I've been, sorry, I gotta get back in the cockpit. Although this right over here looks pretty cool. I think I've been streaming for 9 years. Almost. Jeffrey, Kev was telling me that you were ambushed at Minneapolis, St. Paul, and put out of commission for a little bit. So, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. Oh, you know what does happen on Tuesday? I almost forgot. Tuesday is like an ATC night for our friend Jeffrey. We were just lamenting about how there's not a ton to do on a Tuesday night. generally speaking. But I forgot you. All right, have fun. You do a little ATC, and in fact, we flew in. We were thinking about you last night. We flew into Teterboro, or actually out of Teterboro, and I'm like, where's my Teterboro tower when I need him? So, it didn't take me long for my 40-hour hangover to. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. You know, I guess what we were talking about, the key thing is that nothing happened to the disco hat. So that's the main thing there. Is there a NorCal GA event tonight? That's a fantastic question, my friend. Let's see. So I know that there is a Tracon deal. We're going to hit that. GA Fun in the Sun, South Bay. Wait a moment here. Oh, hey. Ah, okay. So we got a little bit of both. So we could theoretically hit the Midwest one. They're about the same times, aren't they? This one, the West Coast one starts an hour later. Okay, well maybe we'll think about that one as well. But yeah, it all starts later. I try to get all my stuff done normally on a Tuesday. I try to get it done a little bit earlier because that's the wifey's and I's kind of midweek binge watching night. So, but yeah. So Jeffrey, I take it. Hey, Roasty Fire, what's going on? The garbage. Are you gonna ATC then, or are you gonna fly? I guess. There's a few too many hard ciders mixed with Fireball, which didn't sound good until I had 4 or 5 doubles of Jameson. Oh my lord, dude. Yeah, I could see how that would not mix well. No love, Jeffrey. Yeah, I hope you're slant iced tea for the foreseeable future there. Let your body recover a little bit, but yeah, anyway. It's good to see you, man. Top of drop coming up. We will be descending through the clouds, and we will be pretty much on our own at this point. Yep, all of the Italian ATC has gone bye-bye, and so it's just us, and everyone's going to Malpensa because that's where the event was, so no one's even messing with Linate right now, so that's even better. We're going to shortcut our way down to 3,000 and hang a right and get ourselves into runway 35. Maybe that's Kev. Maybe that's why he's not doing ATC, because he does have a tendency to the skull makes an appearance. Yeah. Tonight, testing the theory on your way home in first class yesterday. The only thing Jessica's mad about this year is missing Jeffrey Suffer. Man, dang. That is that's tough love. Is what we're giving you here, Jeffrey, I think. All right, I'm going to give that to the aircraft and let it start heading down the hill. let's see. Let's check. There's some things I'm supposed to be checking here on the descent here. Let's see. So let's make JPC proud. See if I remember this. So flight plan, everything is as it should be here. We're coming on down, and again, if we get ourselves down to 3,000 early, we'll take a little bit of a shortcut. Rad nav. Let's see. We are looking for the ILS Yankee, runway 35, and 109.55 is correct with a course of 352. Good. India Lima November Tango is correct. Yep. So that's good. Then we go to the progress page, and it looks like we're doing fine there. That's all good. I don't need to do a predict. If I needed to, if I was worried about my flight plan or my path being a little off, I could do like a little bit of a GPS resync there, but that's fine. How about the perf descent? Yep, we've got good fuel. We're managed descent. 0.74. That looks good. 108 miles. Yep, that's good. We're going to activate the approach phase here a little bit later on. Fuel prediction. We'll have 1.1 on final, 3.3 for the extra if we need it. That's good. The secondary flight plan, let's see. I gotta remember how to do this. We go copy the active, yeah, and then we. Alright, so that's ready now. If we need to activate that secondary flight plan for whatever reason, we can do that. Alright, there's the top hat. And then the reverse question mark now is we got to check our gross weight, which is 66,400. And we're coming up on the what waypoint here? Lucille. Is that what we should be? Let's find out. Oh, this is just the fuel. I don't remember. I don't remember where to check the gross weight on the OPF. All right. Well, we'll not worry about that. We're going to assume we're good to go because we took a bunch of shortcuts for the gross weight. Let's do some auto brake math here. Okay, so I'm going to take into account weather, temperature, surface of the runway. It's Tuesday. I've had half a bottle of Diet Coke. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and carry the 1, divide by pi. Yeah, medium auto brake is what we need there. All right, who's that? Oh, off to make dinner. All right, Jeffrey. Yeah, man. Haven't decided whether you're flying or controlling. Okay, well, if you're up, then I'll probably come your way, buddy. And if you're not, I understand that as well. Okay, so that's the, let's see, what was I doing here? That was auto brake. And then we have all of this stuff set up here for the, ready for the approach phase. All right, we're all ready to go. That's the reverse question mark. JPC, just for you, man. Hey, look at us breaking out. All right, nice. Yeah, oh, wow. Wow, that'd be, what a sight would that would be right there, man. Holy cow. Lovely, lovely afternoon, although it's evening here. But, beautiful country. I need to figure out, that's maybe something else I need to do here as well. I'm going to be pushing dinner time myself. Let's see, if he was to do LaGuardia, we're a long way away from LaGuardia if we're up here at Valparaiso. Well, we'll figure out. If he hops on, the Tracon tour plan still in effect. And so that'll be next. We'll fly from Porter County over to Meigsfield. We're going to have to do it VFR because there's no charts or anything, you know, even though the airport's there. We're going to just have to do it VFR so we can do a little visit to the old Meigsfield. It's really well done. It looks great too. That's the whole thing. And then we'll go over to Southwest Michigan Regional from Meigs, and yeah, then we'll figure out if we want to do another flight or take a dinner break and come back and just harass Jeffrey off stream, which is kind of what I do most of the time anyway. And if he's not do an ATC, then yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Let's just see how I feel after my Chancellor flight here. Okay, lovely. So we're 10, 20, 30 from the field. Probably more like 25 from the field. I'm gonna make a call here. Bonate traffic, Easy 816 is 25 miles north of the field out of 200. We're going to maneuver for the ILS 35. Bonate traffic. Again, I don't think there's anybody around right now, so I think we're going to be fine to head down basically as soon as we're able. What was my 1017? Let's preset that. Okay, that'll be ready to go. Looks like our transition altitude here is 6,000. Yep, I don't see anybody on the scope. I'm not hearing anybody talking. Everybody's in bed. Everybody's got school tomorrow. School or work. Those clouds look nice, don't they? Both sims have done such a great job with their weather. You know, not only how it treats the aircraft, but the visuals. And hats off, devs. I know we gripe about a lot of stuff, but you've done way more good things than than bad things. No question about that. Okay, looking good. On the profile. Through 17. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. I wish there was a little more ATC. Wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a baller. I've been, fair warning, I've been in a landing slump. Like, it has been, like, it's been weeks since I've had a good landing in a jet. Like it's been weeks. You know, Mario, I try. Wish I had a girl who looked good. I would call her. I do have a girl that looks good, and I have called her already twice today. Well, one call and one text. No, she called me. There you go. That's right, Kev. You know the rhyme. Kev, Ski McWah. Kev, by the way, you guys, if you haven't followed Kev, click on Kev's name right now and click on the heart and follow him. That dude he is an up and coming star streamer. And one of the things I like best about him is he will bust out an 80s rap or music reference or or movie reference or random lyric. It's just natural, man. Does a fantastic job. Really enjoy your stream, Kev, and yeah, go give him a follow. Get in his chat. You won't regret it. You're welcome. Ahead of time, everybody. Okay, down we go. And how are we doing? We're meeting our speed. We got to slow down to 210 here. That might be the only thing that has to happen. We might need some speed brakes. Yeah, Ibanez. Joe Baines, man, you got the Joe Baines seal of approval. He might be the next Ibanez. I mean, I remember when Ibanez was kind of getting his feet under him, starting to figure it out, and now he's a star, man. It's awesome to see. I love the young fellas coming up, you know, doing their thing, and then it's nice for us older guys like Kev and I, kind of hanging in there still. You know, we can't quite keep up with the youngins anymore, but we do our best. We try to give the young kids some knowledge. You know what? You're right. And I'm an S guy. Joe, I'm assuming, since I've seen you around, that you've got your internet ISP stuff, all those woes fixed up, and what a pain in the neck, man. I'm really like, gosh, with everything else, you gotta freaking fight with internet issues. Speed check flaps 1. Okay, we're gonna do this. This is where my friend JPC would be saying, time to give the speed away. 210, and time to head down. Let's see if we can get to 3,000 here. Lenante traffic easy 816, descending 12,500 on the outbound leg for the ILS 35 Lenante. Very excited. Oh man. Okay, well, someone's getting the sauce. Where's professional sauces when we need him? Well, I hope, gosh dang it, there's nothing worse than trying to figure out that stuff, and it's just like, come on now. Alright, well, we're not going to make a shortcut here. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. We're heading down 210, and we just ultimately need to come back around to be at 3,000. So right there is 3,000. So we're doing okay. We're doing all right. And the new little one, I mean, that's really what we should be asking about. No, we should be asking about your beautiful bride. I mean, how's she feeling? She's the real MVP, right? You're doing good. I walked right into that one, didn't I? I really did. Well played. Well played, Joe. Well played. Yeah, it's an amazing thing to be married to someone like that, man. Just tough as nails, rock star, mom vibes, and the whole works. It's pretty humbling to be around. Okay, 10,000. It's time. Overture, candle lights. This is it. External lights. It doesn't quite work, but you know what I'm saying. We talk about that quite often, Ibanez. You know, the 3A guy with the 4A girl. You know, that kind of thing, right? Oh, we're getting a little standard flash here, so I thought it was 6,000, but we're going to go ahead and go standard. Or sorry, go local. And right at the edge here, let's do some boards. Board cam. Oh, what's going on here? What's that all about? What do we got? That's not that. That can't be good. We know every part by heart. I gotta get slowed down. Slow down. Let's go 180. I'm only descending 1,500. Like, why am I having trouble slowing down? I don't know. Falls down a well, their eyes go across. It's kicked by a mule, they go straight again. I don't know. 8,000, right base. Lenate traffic, easy 816, right base, 35, Lenate. Ah, man. Those Looney Tunes, those Bugs Bunny especially. The Bugs Bunny Roadrunner hour, I remember that as a kid, man. What great memories. I heard a comedian trying to explain Looney Tunes to people who've never watched Looney Tunes. I gotta see if I can find it. He just talks about how so many of them have speech impediments. How Elmer Fudd is always trying to kill the rabbit until the rabbit dresses like a female. It's so funny when they explain it, or when he explains it. I'll see if I can find it when we're down and clear. Yeah. We had it good. We did. We had it good. We were talking, Shuzi and I were talking last stream about things we used to do because we didn't have cell phones, and one of the things we talked about was, did anybody in here ever try to get the top score on the stopwatch where you click it, start it, stop it, you try to get like 0.2 and you could never get that fast, or so then you'd start to, you'd hit it on the desk to try to start and stop it, and Kevin's like, yeah, I broke like 3 of them in school. Oh, man. Lenate traffic easy 816 is turning final 35. Lenate. Alright, that guy's going to LAME. He's 6 miles. That's a different airport. And, alright, we're good there. A little bit of framey McFrame face going on. What's that all about? Mario, you did that, right? You did the old start-stop. Kev, you did that, right? Yeah. Cheap gaming. That's right. That's right. I mean, you can only spell boobs on the calculator so many times before that gets old, right? And you got to go with the stopwatch. Downwind sim binos. I got nothing. I said it for you, Mario, because I knew the mom bot would not like that, so. Alright, down to 3,000, and we're about 15-mile final. Again, I want 137 as final approach speed. If I could be fully configured by, if I could be fully configured by 10. Where am I? Sorope. I think I'm a ways out yet. Yeah, Sorope is 12. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it here at 180, 3,000. I'll let it capture the glide slope we're flaps 2, so we're not going to be running away from anything. But let's see if we can't be fully configured by AGVAB. Sorry, AGVAF. That's easy to say. That's fun to say. There we go. Kind of steadying out a little bit. Looking good. Life is good. And all right, I think we're good. Again, stick around after this flight. We're going to swap sims and check on the little guy. As you can see, he's barely able to relax, you know. We're going to check on him, see if he needs to stretch his legs and do the thing. I'm going to go also take a little pit stop while the new sim is while Microsoft's loading in. And we'll do a little Tracon tour, a little Midwest Tracon tour. And beyond that, I'm leaving the door open for a possible third flight here. Alright, I'm going to put the landing system into, yeah, there we go. That's probably good. And then we can arm the approach right now. We do have, looks like we're Cat 3 if we want it. I should just hand fly this thing in visually. But no, looking forward to the Chancellor, looking forward to going to MiGs, and looking forward to a little GA flight. And then we'll see. Let's just see kind of where the evening takes us. I do have to figure out somehow. I got to get a little food at some point in time. I haven't had really anything since breakfast. I'm getting kind of hungry. Yeah, getting kind of hungry. Yeah, that's us. All right, very good. 15 miles. Yeah, I think once we're going to try to get. Yeah, you know what? That's yeah, a little brekkie. That's right. That's the last thing I had was some brekkie. I think I have an aeropuerto. How cool does this countryside look, you guys? Man, I tell you what, I was trying to explain flight sim to. I've got a brother-in-law he's an aviation fan. He's asked me a little bit about flight simming and stuff, and he tried to. He wanted me to kind of explain, sort of, what it's like, because I think he. Hey, Gowan Sim. Driving home, babe. Let me be your drive time entertainment there, sir. But anyway, he was trying to. I was just explaining to him. I'm like, look, dude, it's photo real. The world looks like the world. The airplanes look like the airplanes. They fly like the airplanes. They sound like the airplanes. I'm like, it's so unbelievably immersive that it's difficult to explain. So yeah, as I was explaining it, I'm like, really truly, like, it is a crazy awesome time to be a simmer right now. It just really is. Okay, here comes the glide slope. I'm slowing down, maybe a little early, but that's okay. We don't have anybody chasing us, and so I'm going to go ahead and just try to slow down, and we'll get fully configured. Flaps 3 and flaps 4. Flap cam. But I told him, so he used to work in those the coal mines that when we did the flyover. Okay, he must be going to Malpensa. Anyway, he worked in those coal mines that we flew over the one time when we were doing the little Wyoming tour, and I'm like, yeah, I said. It was really a fun flight because so many people had never seen that and didn't know about that, and then they were just impressed with the scope and size of of all those mines, and you know, it was. He's like, really? You can see all that? I'm like, oh yeah, it's satellite imagery, man.
2000.
So anyway, it's just crazy. Yeah, 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 Mario. Right? It's amazing how far we've come, and yeah, it's just awesome. I love it. I love it. I can't wait. Like in 10 years, what's it gonna be? You know, holy cow, what's it gonna be? All right, you guys. I'd like to fly a little bit here. Oh, I don't have my glasses. That's the other thing I need to do when I go upstairs. I need to grab my glasses. Yeah, I think about if and when my grandson is ever wanting to, you know, to fly, to sim, or my granddaughter, you know, who knows, right? But what is it going to look like? and when they stumble across these old VODs, I'll be like, oh, Papa, it looks so terrible. How could you ever think that was awesome looking? It's kind of like when I look back at my old P3D videos. So that's why I will say, you won't hear me ever say, it can't get any more realistic than this. Because it can, and it will. Yeah, Mario, I think that'll be a big thing. It's just more up-to-date photogrammetry, you know. Alright, I'll put the gear down. If you're going to be insistent about it. And the other thing I need to do is arm. Oh, it's armed already? Okay, cool. Alright, gear down. Oops, got a little bit high there. We're doing alright there. Alright, it is a right-hand turnout when we get on the ground. And glide slope-wise, we're super high right now, but we're 2 and 2 when we look at the pappies here, so I don't know. Somebody's not telling me the truth. These matches say you're lying.
100.
Right on.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Hey, that's more like it. That's more like it. I set the nose down a little bit abruptly, but that was better. That was better. Alright, I'm going to cut the reversers off here. Or do we go here? No, it's a right-hand turn, friends. Keep it rolling, mister. Did I change my microphone settings? Why is it does it, do I sound... What's the matter? Am I quiet, loud? What's up? My meter's showing maybe a little quiet. Do I say am I a little quiet? Maybe I'm just, oh, I bet here's probably part of the problem. I am turned. There we go. Is that better? I had my microphone turned backwards. Sorry about that. It kind of just flipped around backwards. Thanks for telling me that. Sounded a little bit like I had an echo. Okay, yeah. I just had my microphone twisted around there. Sorry about that. I'm kind of a pro streamer. Okay, there's our exit, and I really don't have any idea where I'm going here. I don't know. Kind of looks like there's some gates down to our left here. Lanate traffic, easy 816 is clear of 35. Lanate. What do we got here? Automod. What in the Lutheran's going on there? Sounds fine to Ibanez? Okay. You could see me. Oh, were you down here? Zilix? Zilix is probably getting ready to fly to Haneda or somewhere. Last night, the highlight of the flight was when I forgot there was ground on at Boston, and I went ahead and just taxied my own little self all the way to the Echo Gates and got in the way of some Lufthansa pilot. That was a whoops moment. All right, I know I have like all kinds of lights and stuff on, but I don't even care at this point. I'm wanted already in 5 other airports. I just don't care. Yeah, we even briefed it. We're like, yeah, we got, because we had lost all of our ATC, and I'm like, but at least we have ground. And anyway, let's do this. We can replay this, can't we? We're just going there. We're gonna go to replayo, and let's see what she looked like. I thought it was pretty good. And other than getting hollered at for not having my gear down as soon as they wanted it. I like the bare metal wings on this livery. I think that looks great. Look at the mountains in the background here. Holy cow. Wow, look at that. That's fantastic stuff right there. Oh my gosh. Goodness sakes. That's really nice. I was getting some very conflicting messages, though, about my glide slope and the pappies. So, I felt like we were pretty good, pretty stable. Only 2 knots of wind right now, so that kind of helps. We're 50 over the threshold. And a little flare. Oh yeah, I could live with that. All day long, man. Right down the middle too, that's pretty good. On the center. Yeah, not bad. I mean, probably a little firm, but really, for what I've been doing lately, that's yeah, and not butter, but not bad, right? Like just a good solid working man's landing right there. Boy, I tell you what, we had our captain pulled off a wonderful landing into Denver when we were coming back up. We had some pretty good storms, and yeah, it was a little firm, but much better than yesterday's for sure. But anyway, we got over the threshold, guys, and I'm telling you what, we had like it felt like a 20-foot drop, and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a slammer, and he frickin' flared it and caught some ground effect and just absolutely just saved it like a champ. I'm sure it was just a little bit of wind shear, but I've never had that happen before where I've had something like that so late on final. Like we were literally over the piano keys, and I felt it just was like an elevator, dropping out from under us, and I'm thinking, man, this is going to be either a slammer or a go around. And he just popped a little tiny bit of power in, and sure enough, man, it was a great landing. It was a really nice landing. All right, you guys, I need a second to swap out Sims, as well as get my dog a quick break and myself a quick break. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and do that. When I come back, we'll be in Indiana in the Chancellor over in Microsoft 2024. Good to hang with you guys. I'll be back in just a second. You waved from Hungary. Oh, I see your message from above. You were near Austria but had a little sim glitch. Ah, man. All right, I'll be right back.
Just the same. No sound when the dirt shifts slow. Just a quiet that I already know. Every line where the water ran feels like it's slipping out my hands. Forecast said it might come through. Same old story, nothing new. Clouds hang low, but they don't break. Like they're holding back on purpose. I keep count, but it don't add up. Days run dry and then double up. Something's off, but it won't explain. Just the sky staying all the same. Waiting on a drop that never comes. Clouds just pass me by. Every day just echoes into one underneath the hollow sky.
I was reading every sign, like it's meant for my eyes. I was reading every sign, like it's meant for my eyes. Every turn, every doubt, every truth in disguise. Tried to map out the wind, tried to measure the sea. But the deeper I went, it unraveled in me. There's a pull in the dark I don't fully explain. Like a voice with no sound calling out through the strain. I was gripping control, like it's something I own. But it slips through my hands like it's never been known. In the silence I feel it grow, more than I could ever hold. May it be so, may it be so, as it is written, so it will go. Every question I asked just dissolved in the tide. Every line that I drew got erased by the ride. There's a rhythm beneath every break, every bend, like a hand drawing close that I can't comprehend. I was chasing a truth I could hold, I could name, but it moved like a fire I could never contain. Now I stand in the space where the answers don't show, and I'm learning to trust what I'll never quite know. So I loosen the weight I hold, let it fall, let it go. May it be so, may it be so, as it is written, so it will go. The horizon dissolves into shadow and light. Every wrong, every right, losing shape in the night. I was fighting a war I was never meant to win. Now I feel something turning within. There's a force in the current, a will in the flow, ancient as the tide, Yahweh moving below. Not a voice I can hear, but a truth I can know. I was never in control of where this would go. If it carries me far away, if it takes what I thought would stay.
Kev, take care, buddy. We'll catch you later on.
I don't need to understand. I am holds what I can't command. In the rising and the fall, God is in it all. May it be so, may it be so, as it is written, so it will go. May it be so, may it be so, through every high.
All right, I got to go check on the doggo. I'll leave you with some lame AI music, and we'll be ready to go here in just a couple minutes.
May it be so, by your hand I let it go. San Benito, Tex, por el río, familia. Sunrise San Benito, DX, por el río, familia. Sunrise, hitting got me thinking so. By the Rio Bravo, watch that river roll. We came together from miles away. Hoping love shows up today. Mama praying daddy hold it strong. Whole crew here, yeah, we all belong. Two lives meet and it feels just right. Something about this Texas night. Hands up high, let me hear you say.
Un lindo día.
Todo va a estar bien. Un lindo día. Mira cómo crece la familia. From two hearts to one new way. We'll forever change today.
Un lindo día.
Ahora somos más que alegría.
Love just made a bigger home. Now nobody stands alone.
First kiss lands and the whole world stops. Tears and laughter, yeah, it all just drops. Not just love, it's something more. New last names, new open doors. Abuela crying, tío yelling loud. Kids all running through the crowd. You can feel it in the air tonight. Family going right before your eyes. Now we know what we can say.
Fue un lindo día.
Lo vi yo, lo es. Un lindo día. Mira cómo crece la familia.
Laughing, dancing side by side. Got that love you can't divide. Un lindo día.
Más abrazos, más vida.
From this moment we all changed. Love just widened out our veins.
Oye, mira cómo pasa, no es casualidad. Dos caminos juntos, misma realidad. No es solo un beso, es comunidad. Una nueva rama en el árbol familiar. Primo nuevo, risas que no acaban. Besas llenas de
Okie dokie. Ah, I forgot my glasses. Bataka shaka. Ah, well. We'll be alright. I gotta see if we have ATC in the area. No, nothing yet. Okay, so we've got half an hour till the event starts. So, I do think what I'll do. I might try to just put something in my notes here that I'm attempting to do a little VFR into MiGs, and we'll just see. Again, I don't know if they're gonna love that or not, but all right, enough of that. But you know, I guess we'll just see. If they don't like it, then we'll disconnect and we'll fly it anyway, and I'll just take my ball and go home. So there. Okay, we are going to depart from, I think it's VPZ, Valparaiso, VPZ to CGX. I don't even know. It might not even recognize this field here. If it doesn't, I'm going to have to do it manually. Chancellor's Cessna 414. And okay, that's searching, thinking. We want poundage, VFR, and I know you don't have to file the VFR flight plan, but there's a method to my madness here. There we go. That's good. So 20 minutes, very short flight here. And we'll pre-file this guy on the VAT simulation network. And we're just going to say this is a VFR flight. It is westbound. I think we'll do 6,500. That's probably all I need. Northwest bound. And then we're going to just say down here, is that how you spell it? MIGS, M-I-E or E-I-E-I-G. So at least they know what we're trying to do, and maybe they'll have a little bit of mercy on us file that. Okay, we're in. And then, so the big thing for us here, guys, is we have to kind of be mindful of this airspace, right? So we depart, and it's basically anything 3,000 feet or higher, we need permission to get in here. So as soon as we depart, if there's any ATC, we're going to be calling those guys right away, just requesting permission to enter the Bravo for a full stop at Meigs Field. And yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't nail it. It was a pretty good landing. I did the top hat in the reverse question mark and 328. But here you go, brother. Looky there, right in the old money maker, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. So I was pretty happy with it. 1.3 Gs. It was a little firmer than maybe I would have wanted to, but like we were talking about, just a good solid working man's.
Good job.
Thank you. Especially how I've been landing, so it's a step in the right direction. All right, cool. So that's it. So we got that. We've got how much fuel and stuff do we need? Probably not a lot here because we're definitely okay. All of our covers and tie downs are removed. And do I want some people in here? Why not? Julie and Rick and Baba and Cindy. That looks good. Oh, do I want anybody? Mark and Mary. Yeah, we'll have a full house here. Okay, cool. I'm not going to worry about any luggage. Oh, we're out of limit. We got too much. So what do I need to do? Back off on the fuel a little bit, maybe? Nope, that's not it. This is a little wild here. So I've got... I guess these guys can't come. Sorry, dudes. Yeah, we're barely in limits now. I mean, barely. All right. Let's balance the tanks out. That looks fine and dandy. Okay, cool. Put you to bed, and we can get this guy started. This is a really neat little airplane here. Not a little airplane. I shouldn't say that. Pretty cool airplane. One of the first that really was like a little bit more to it than just the standard hop in and go. And so hopefully I can do a good job of showing you this. I do probably need a checklist though, don't I? Oh, and I need to change my throttle setup as well. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay, that's set. And swappy. But yeah, overall good flight, JPC. I think that a good time was had by all, so... All right, those are in. Lots of stuff to put in for this guy. This twin needs it all. Two of everything. Okay, put you away. And this is where that Meridian idea would be really nice because you don't have to necessarily pull all of the separate ones on and off. Actually, maybe you do. But anyway, be nice to just have the whole set just to plunk in there and be good to go. All right, so flight plans file. We got the fuel, passengers, cargoes. All the chocks covers are off. Doors are closed. Control locks are removed. Let me just make sure. Yep, they are removed. Is everything looking good here? It is. I got all my camera views. Cool. And parking brake is set. Fuel selectors are on the mains. We're going to double check the cowl flaps. They are pushed in, so they're closed. That's fine. I'm sorry, pushed in, so they are open, and that's what we want, right? Pull to close. Yep, we want them open. The yaw damper, which is also on the pedestal. I didn't mess with that yesterday. It's supposed to be turned off. I think it comes that way. Trims look good, by the way, as long as we're down here. I don't know where my yaw damper is, so yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. And okay, we start this baby with mixtures full rich, propeller full forward, and just a little crackage of the throttle. We want to make sure that the prop sync is off. It is off. And gear lever is down and confirmed down. Yes, indeed. Flaps are up and confirmed. Boom. Shakalaka. Here we go, you guys. So we're going to turn the mags on. Start this right side first. Let's go to master switch with some alternators. Let's go ahead and make sure we've got some nav lights on. Right there. Whoops. Don't need the taxi lights quite yet. You're flying the updated Max. Oh man, it's nice, Tim. It really is. How much you have to let me know how much you like that new EFB. I was loving it. Okay, I don't need any interior lights as of yet. Looks like my propeller area, not the clearest in the world, but there's nobody out running around, so I think we're going to be fine there. We can, it's probably warm enough I don't need much of a prime here. In fact, I'm going to try to start it without the prime. Let's see what happens here. What is making so much noise? I barely heard the... What is making all that noise? Holy crap. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. That's a good start. Prop area is clear. Here we go. Do I have like fans on, or what the heck is... Something is making a grinding sound. Maybe it's the truck out here. I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't get your tiller working? Yeah, there's an option in there that the old separate access or something, but you got to dig a little bit. But I was able to get that working, so just in flight, take a little look-see-loo, and you'll find it, I'm sure. All right, we're good there. Didn't have absolutely one look at any gauge, so you know, business as usual. How about let's bring the RPMs down, shall we? Don't need to be rolling at 1700 quite yet. All right, let's see. All of those pressures, temps look good. We got enough fuel. Yeah, nothing looks too crazy here. All right, let's get a few more things turned on down here. We need the avionics on, and I truly don't know what is making that grinding sound, but I am hoping if we pull away from, I'm hoping it's just the truck idling. Okay, so here's where we may
Pause. System test
have to do
okay.
some work here. I don't know if it'll have it. KCGX. Oh, it does. Thank you, Lord. Woohoo! That's cool. Yeah, it's nice, and I think they've just overall done a great job with this. 1200 we're altitude reporting. Let's get Porter County information here, and we'll be on our way. Frequency that we're going to need Unicom 2272. Let's make that the active. Weather data here. Winds are 230, 16, gusting 27. Oh boy, a little sporty. Good visibility though, 2960. Beautiful. I think I have to set that twice though. Yep, 2960. And about 800 foot of elevation here. Does that check out? 770 is what the chart says, so that's pretty close, I'd say. All right, you found it. All right, very good, Tim Dog. Yep, I was looking for that right away myself. All right, so we need to depart kind of to the 22.7, I guess. So let's just turn around, head to 27 on Alpha, and that should take us where we need to be. All right. At Porter County traffic, November 11816 is going to be Alpha to runway 27. Porter County. Got to get away from this guy here. He's driving me loco. Taxi light on. And I don't think I need anything else on at this point in time. Altimeter set. Oh, I need a heading bug here, don't I? What am I? I'm departing. It'll be 316 heading. Right about there. And we said 6.5. That might even be more than we need. But we are going over the Great Lakes, so a little altitude is not a bad thing. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. Brakes are released. Get around the truck here. Be on our way. The cool thing about this plane too, Mario, is when the light gets low, you can actually see the engine glow in the dark. It's pretty. You can look out there in the cowling, you can see the engine glowing. It's pretty cool. Nope, I've got something running in the aircraft that's making that sound. I got to figure out what it is, because that's going to drive me bonkers. Oh, I should have made a call. We're crossing an active. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Porter County. We'll come up here to the end and do some investigating. And then at the end of the flight, you can hear the engine clicking and popping as it's cooling off. Just some nice little touches, really. I mean, say what you want about Momo. He's a little bit of a goofball, you know. And yes, his updates are way too long and way too often. But he puts his heart and soul into his aircraft. I am having a little bit of trouble with the Learjet. I haven't flown it for a while. I'm a little frustrated with it. But so be it. Yeah, it does sound like some kind of a pump is on, right? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out up here. So it'd be a good spot to stop. This thing can warm up a little bit anyway. Okay. All right, let's see. I don't have... These are the fuel pumps. They need to be on low for takeoff. So let's just see. What do I have down here? Pressurization. I don't need to worry about pressurizing. That's what it is. It's the yeah, it's the air conditioning. Wow, that is loud. Let me see if I can adjust that in the setting. Because that is really, I don't remember it being that loud. Alright, let's see here. This is just all what we have. Is this okay? That's nothing. That's nothing. Okay. I honestly don't remember it being that loud in my test flight. So it's just going to get a little warm in here, guys. I'm sorry. If you need to crack a window or something, you know, that's all good. Low blower. Yeah, that's all it is. And maybe it's that loud in the plane. I don't know. I love hearing the engine sounds myself. Kind of screwed you guys out of the startup sounds, which are really nice as well. Alright, Pedo. Stall heat coming on. Alright, there we go. Porter County traffic, November 11816, departing 27 to the northwest, Porter County. Yeah, you just kind of hang out, be cool. It's all good, right? All the cool guys do it. Okay, no run up needed because I had my guy, my mechanic, come out and do a full run up earlier while we were flying the Airbus, so we're all good. Flaps, we'll do a notch of flaps. And we will be looking at a full power takeoff here today, 2700 RPMs full throttle, and we'll rotate at 93. We're clear to the right, clear to the left. Gear lined up. A little bit of a right hand turn out here, up to 6.5, and looking for mixed field. Alright, lights on. Prop mixture is full forward. Coming up. RPM governor will kick in at 2700. Yes, indeed. Going all the way forward. And I won't go past the red. We shouldn't need it. We got a nice long runway here. And what'd I say, 97? I think 97. I wish I had my glasses on. I could actually see how fast we're going. Gusty winds. Yep, gusty winds. There's 70. There's 80. There's 90. And I'm going to say 97. Oh, she's getting nice and light on the front wheel. And up we go. Positive rate. Gear up. Release that little bit of rudder correction there. Come back on the RPMs a bit. Come back on the power a bit here. 35 and 30. Probably not a bad setting. Okay. Looking okay, I think. Yeah. She's a beaut. She's a big girl, man. Can carry a lot of stuff. A lot of power. Just a nice old airplane here. All right, looking good, looking good. Let's bring flaps up here, and we'll turn on course. She thick, Egan. What's up? What's up? She thick. Okay. Whoa, a little aggressive with the trim wheel there. Sorry about that, folks. But it happens. It happens. Okay, so kind of cut across the southern tip of, I think, is this Michigan? I don't remember which lake this is, but now we got to figure out also. I don't really want to set the autopilot because I like flying this thing by hand. Let's can I get a weather update here for MiGs? No. Well, that doesn't help us out any, does it? No. That's not very helpful. Well, it looks to me like the wind is coming kind of out of the west. So for when we come to MiGs, I don't remember what the configuration is. So that's not good. All right, the other thing here is this: we need to talk to Chicago. Am I even connected to VATSIM? I'm sure I am. Maybe I'm not. Oh gosh, sorry. I'm all over the place. Oh man, my V-pilot closed down a little bit here. All right, guys, I got to do something real fast. Hate to do this, but we're gonna just roll and pitch for just a minute here while I get set up. Welcome in, Beethoven. Yeah, good old Chancellor there, Ibanez. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Alright, and then I want a CTAF for Chicago. It's 20, so it's 20, oh Lord. So yeah, we got Chicago Center already up. Alright, I'm gonna tune in.
Information, not yet. I'll let you know when we have an ATIS in between.
Okay, goodness.
554.
Alright, I'm gonna...
November 680, Kilo Juliet. Descend and maintain 11,000. The southbound altimeter is 2959er. Alright, 11,000.
I'm gonna get to 6.5, and then I'm gonna try to give him a call. I hope he's not too busy already. Chicago Center, November 11816.
November 11816, go ahead.
Yeah, VFR to the southeast of your position, 4,500 requesting permission to enter the Bravo. We'd like to do a full stop at Old MiGs.
November 11816, roger. Stand by just 1 second.
Okay.
Southwest 15.
At least we're checked in.
And contact Midway Tower 135.2.
Yeah, life is good, right? Life is good. Alt S is selected. I'm just going to stay here for now. I wanted to hand fly, but I think I need to probably let Otto take that for a little bit while I try to coordinate stuff with our ATC dude. So now, technically, I'm not cleared in yet, so like I probably need to stay clear of everything, which would mean like a little bit of a right-hand turno here, northbound. I think I'll do that. We'll just stay clear, stay well clear of everything.
Southwest 554, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
And then while they try to kind of get us sorted out here a little bit.
November 11816, contact Chicago approach 119.0.
119.0, thanks, 11816. All right, cool.
Chicago approach, Southwest 554 with you, and we're 6,000.
Southwest 554, Chicago, good evening, altimeter 2959.
2959 on the altimeter, thanks.
Chicago approach, November 11816.
November 11816, Chicago.
Yes, hello, sir. VFR Chancellor 414, 6,500. We're requesting a full stop at Old Migsfield.
November 11816, you said you wanted flight following into there?
We don't need flight following if you're busy, but we would definitely take it.
November 11816, squawk 7275.
7275, November 11816. Sweet. Even better, man. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Alright, so we're kind of northbound right now. And so I like...
November 816, radar contact 12 miles east of Gary. Maintain VFR, proceed on course and follow the shoreline.
Alright, maintain VFR, we'll follow the shoreline, November 11816. Heck yeah, baby. Let's go. Alright, one quick thing before I turn and follow the shoreline. is I need to see
Southwest
what.
554, do you want an RNAV approach or a visual?
Golly,
We're
it's
set
not
up
going to give
for
me anything
RNAV
as far
X-ray,
as.
but we'll take a
I
visual when
almost
they
think
have
that
the
I almost
Southwest
think
554, Roger.
that the
Clear
runway
catch.
orientation is north and
direct
south.
catch, 554.
All right, here we go, yo. I'm gonna say, since we're a little closer than I think we are, I'm gonna pull back power and we're gonna go down 2,500. So that way I can just kind of be right in the middle of everything. You know, all those big heavies coming into O'Hare, and yeah, we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun. So forgive me, chat. I might be a little bit more distracted than normal, but if we can get along the shoreline and dip down kind of out of the way, honestly, if I get down all the way down to maybe even like 1,500, it probably would be best.
November 8160, altimeter 2959.
2959 or 1106. Okay. So I'm going to plan. Can anybody tell me? I should have had this before I took off. What is the runway orientation at Meigs Field? Because I can't seem to find.
So the 554 cross, PCATch at or above 4,000. You're cleared the RNAV X-ray on my 22 left. Report the field inside.
It looks to me like I want to land
Cross PCATch at
westbound if I
above
can, but I
4,000,
think
and,
I don't know.
Report the field in sight. Southwest 554.
And you're cleared for the RNAV X-ray 22 left. Just let me know when you have the field.
Roger, we're cleared for the X-ray RNAV approach 22 left, and we'll report the field.
Okay, pretty much north-south, Tim Dog. Is that what you're saying? Old Meigs Field, single runway 1836. All right, so yeah, so I think what I'll try to do then is, I mean, crap, it's just going to be a crosswind no matter what. Maybe left-hand traffic pattern for runway 18. That way I can kind of get myself oriented a little bit. And yeah, in the meantime, I got to make sure I'm freaking VFR here. Or sorry, I got to make sure I'm not running into anybody. I don't see anybody on the scopes. There's one dude up there. It almost looks like he's going into Meigs. I don't know, maybe not. But yep. All right, thank you, Mario. Appreciate your help, guys. Okay, down we go, 4,400. I'm going to be at least 2,500, if not lower. And, gosh, this ought to be pretty good. Pilots approaching runway 36. Got the famous view straight towards the Chicago skyline. Yeah, buddy. And runway 18, departure out over the lake. Sounds like a pretty good plan, although I think I'll try to depart. I think I'll try to do it the opposite. I'm going to land 18 and depart 36. That way I can kind of stay north of everything and maybe out of everybody's way. I don't think they're too busy yet at Chicago, at O'Hare, but I'm sure they're going to get there. Oh, this is awesome, you guys. Thank you, Chicago Approach, for putting up with us. Like I say, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's requested this, but this is the first time.
Let me know when you have the Meigs Field inside.
Roger, we'll let you know. That was bad checking. We'll report the field.
American 3039, Chicago approach, altimeter 2959.
All right, just trying to stay out of the way best I can here. Or should I be going? Maybe I should be landing north and departing south, because that'll keep me out of the. It'll keep me out of the danger zone. All right. Again, things you should have figured out before you actually depart. Oh, hello. Oh yeah. So I need to. I'm gonna land. I'm gonna try to come straight in, land on 36. It's midway that I'll be in the way of a little bit here, but okay, I got to get myself over. I'm looking for the football stadium as well, so then you get the weird random like runways out in the middle of the water there. That's kind of weird. I think this is us up here. Either that or this right there. We're 15 miles away yet. Okay. So yeah, I think we'll land 3-6 and we'll depart 1-8. And that'll keep us south of O'Hare. Okay. So we're trying to get down to 1500. Actually, this is not a bad altitude. Okay, I think we're all right. Oh, wait a minute. This could be us, couldn't it? No. Maybe that. Not quite yet. I'm gonna probably just call here at about 10 miles anyway, just to reduce his load, his traffic load. Okay, I need to slow down, get some flaps out. Big Ben, Parliament. Welcome to Chicago. Yeah, we're right out here on one of these peninsulas. And approach November 11816. We have Meigsfield in sight.
November 816, thanks. Proceed inbound to Meigsfield. The correction, radar service terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
All right, proceed inbound and frequency change approved. November 11816. Boy, what would the probably just 2280? I don't know what it used to be, but that's what it's going to be right now. And squawk VFR. Okay, we're there. Okay. Meigsfield traffic, November 11816, 10 miles south of the field, inbound straight in, runway 36. Meigs. Yeah. If I follow the shoreline, right, you can't miss it. Yep, follow the highway, you're saying? I think I'm getting a little low here to the left. So that highway out there to follow. I'm gonna stay out on the shoreline here, I think. I'm worried a little bit, Beethoven, about being too close to Midway. And so I'm just gonna stay out here a little bit. Up by the big building, so it's just a little ways yet, right? Right around here, maybe. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We've got we're still 8 miles out. We got a ways yet. He probably's like, yeah, you don't see it. You're 10 miles out. You ain't seen it yet, but I've already bothered him enough. Wait until I call him and ask for departure. VFR departure to the east. Appreciate the extra eyes on this, guys. I really do. All right, let's do a notch of flaps here. I'm gonna get the nose down just a bit. There we go. That looks good. I think I still have all my lights on here. Yes, I do. So that's good as well. And yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. I promise you it's there. I did spawn in and check to make sure. You know, you always get paranoid like, oh, did the last update get rid of it? There's a video of them landing a 727 there. Oh, holy moly. That's the one in the museum now. That is nuts. Gosh, I found somebody's YouTube channel earlier today. It's old Denver Stapleton from 1992. Oh man, what a great watch. That was like 30 minutes. I watched it while I was working out. It was like 30 minutes of all these old aircraft coming in, all kinds of 727s and DC-10s, and oh man, it was so awesome. And there was this one plane that came in. It looked like an MU-2 as a high wing, but it had 4 engines. And for the life of me, I had no idea what that sucker was. Oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Mixed field traffic. November 11816, 5 mile final runway 36. Mix. Yeah, either we land it, park it, or junk it. Yeah. How, like, what's left of this? I mean, I know they kind of made a park out of it and whatever, but, like, is there any part, like, any buildings or anything still left? Alright, down we go. Slow down a bit here. And it's a landing and a left-hand turn out. 3 mile final. Final notch of flaps coming in. Second notch of flaps. I don't know if that's the final notch, but that'll get us to where we need to be. And yep, Beethoven, we would have been alright on that highway. You never lead me astray. I was just nervous about getting too close to midway. This is a really cool project, though. It's stuff like this that gives me hope that maybe one day somebody will take the same time and effort into, like, recreating Denver Stapleton, or, you know, some of those old airports that just aren't there anymore. I would love to see that. Okay, folks.
500.
Fuel is full as tanks. Undercarriage is down. Mixture propeller full forward. Switches and seat belts on. We have found the runway and we're getting that crosswind. Let's see how we do here. A little bit high. Yeah, how did they get a 727 down? I mean, I know that thing is versatile, but wow. Yeehaw. Oh boy. Yeah, it was a little bit of a slider. I'm barely getting this thing stopped. That's a little bit of a floater, a little bit of a slider. That's alright. We're doing good. We're doing good. Gear is down. Yep, gear is down, gear is good. Okay, let's come over here and yeah, I think the best approach, I think we just turn around and head out a little southbound departure and eastbound VFR. I'm going to update my flight plan just again so they kind of know what's coming. And also, I don't know if you guys have looked around or not. If you've not had a chance to see this, you might be impressed. Okay, let's park right here. Let's set the parking brake. And yeah, let's go just have a quick tour here. Like I say, I really think they've done a nice job. You know, they've kind of got, well, the first thing they did is they put this marina in, which is, I don't know if that's there in real life or not, but that looks awesome. I mean, what a nice little attention to detail thing right there. But yeah, you know, just the kind of the old terminal building here. And, you know, it has a little bit of work on the front here, which is really nice. You know, nothing crazy, but pretty cool. Inside, you know, it's got, oh no, I thought I could go inside. Maybe not. Whoops. Let's see if I can go inside. No, it won't let us, but you can kind of see a little bit, I guess. So the marina is there now. Okay, I see. Very nice. So this part here is what they've just turned kind of into the park slash. It's like a business park now, right? Golly, if I could only use my. But nice little parking lot. You know, there's the tower. Quonset fire station. You know, again, nothing crazy, but even just little stuff like this, just getting the mesh at the right level and putting the rocks in, ultra rocks for you there, Ibanez. You know, I love that. I love that. Just a nice touch overall. So, and it looks great at night too. That's the other thing. It looks really nice at night. But yeah, pleasant day here on the lake. So if you've never been here, it's here and it's cool. So let's hop back in and adjust our flight plan and make our way to Southwest Michigan Regional. Again, a pretty short. Feel kind of bad, honestly. I was initially I was going to fly this thing with a little bit like more of a Cessna 172, but I just hopped in this sucker the other day, and I'm like, no, I want to fly that sucker. So BEH, and we could still use Milwaukee as our alternate. And how about like 5,500 here? Not 65,500. There we go. All right. So we'll let them know we're departing MiGs. We'll give a little ping to those guys right there. And yeah. So it was approach on 19 nothing. 19 Nunya.
1,000 direct Aceto.
1,000 direct Aceto, Southwest 2774.
Okay. Beautiful. Let's update some of this stuff as well. And we'll let that approach controller roll his eyes a little bit, like this guy again. Come on. Come on, man. KBEH. Boom. Oh, okay. They considered it untowered? I don't know. I don't know much about it. I just know it was one of the OG fields for flight sim back in the day. So that was kind of cool. All right. So I think we're kind of ready here, aren't we? Let's 5,500. We'll set that. Be ready to go. And all right. You know what, boost pumps? You're bothering me. All these extra sounds are bothering me. So we're departing.
Chicago departure low, Southwest 4113.
We're departing southbound. And then we're going to make
4113 Chicago departure, radar contact, climb maintain 15,000 direct.
what hand turn?
15,000, Southwest 4113.
We're turn left 077. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. Oh, these Chicago guys are really good to work with. I mean, they are top notch. And approach hello again, November 11816 at MiGs, VFR eastbound, ready for taxi.
November 11816, we treat Megs as uncontrolled on the network, so just call me airborne.
All right, we'll give you a call, airborne 11816. Oh, well, that's good to know. Very good to know.
American 3039, turn right heading 180, vectors to final, descend and maintain 5,000.
180, and that's 5,000 back to 30, is there an act?
Turn the landing lights off for now.
Contact Chicago Center 134, plane 87.
And kill the brakes. Right hydraulic flow is low. Oh, because I was idling. Here we go. Daddy-o.
So the 4113 contact.
Oh, you were
Chicago
asking the question.
134.87, good day.
Yeah, Footy, I don't honestly know. It had that tower, so I assume, but maybe not. Maybe it was. No, I don't know. I guess I'd have to research that. But that's a great question. Unsure. Okay, so let's go back over to CTAF and make a call. That makes field traffic. November 11816 is departing 18 eastbound. Makesfield. Or we could take the. Should we take the displaced threshold? Let's do it. Let's do it. Does anybody know? Was back in the day when it was a thing? Was it towered? And if so, who was responsible? Maybe Midway. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of the closest field here. I don't know. This airspace has quite the history overall. So, oh boy, look at that windsock. All right, get lined up. Let's see. I guess I have 3 notches of flaps. So we'll go a little takeoff config and all right. Take landing lights back on. Let's do this. Thank you guys so much. Happy Tuesday. I appreciate you guys being here. Hope you're having fun. This is an event. It's the Midwest Tracon Tour, and it's featuring a couple of smaller fields here in the Chicago area. We have chosen to do Valparaiso and Southeast Michigan. I'm not 100% sure with a little bit of a stopover here at Meigs Field. And we're hoping to get airborne before the rocks here. There's 90. Rotate. Yeehaw. Gear up. Yeah, boy. That'll make you sick. All right, let's turn. Let's get out of Midway's hair. Pull back a little on the power. Don't want to fail the engines here. Climb, climb, climb. All right. And approach November 11816 is eastbound 1200.
November 11816, Chicago. Hello. Say intention.
Yes, sir. Just like to depart the area eastbound. We're ultimately heading to Southwest Michigan Regional.
Do you want flight following?
Affirm. Flight following would be fantastic.
November 11816, squawk 5573.
5573, November 11816. All right.
November 816, radar contact 7 miles northeast of Midway. You're cleared into the Chicago Class Bravo airspace. If you need it, maintain VFR altitude, your discretion, and proceed on course.
Cleared into the Bravo and proceed on course. Appreciate you working us in there, man. That was fun. 11816. All right, well, there you go. It's as easy as that. If you ever want to fly into to Meigs Field, Chicago Approach is your guy to talk to. They'll even do a little flight following for you. It's pretty much VFR up the shoreline if you're coming from the direction we came from, kind of the south. And then treat it like uncontrolled. And so you can depart, really, you could probably, well, if I wanted to, I could have stayed at 2,000. I could have just departed the area with no trouble at all. But I want to climb a little bit again. We're heading over Lake Michigan here, and my passengers get a little bit nervous, you know, whenever we're over water. So I don't want, this guy's already nervous. Look at that guy. He's like, what? And, you know, she's doing good. She's like, whatever. I'm chill. We're good. It's all good. But these guys back here, she's got her fancy face t-shirt on. She's loving life. This guy looks concerned. Why do the dudes look concerned? What's that all about? All right. Anyway, back to business here. 5.5, I think is what I filed. So, in Germany, many smaller airports nowadays are controlled remotely. Really? That's interesting. So there's nobody actually at the field, and they're providing radar services. I suppose it's not much different than kind of what you see, you know, with the ATC clients that we have. Even, you know, I guess you can kind of see what's going on. It would be tricky, unless you have cameras. I guess you could have some cameras controlling the ground. You know, it'd be controlling the ramp would be tough, but. All right, time to bring those flaps up here. Let's get some airspeed. Trim it out. We're climbing pretty well. And she's a beaut to hand fly. Golly, she's fun to hand fly. Up we go. 3.5. On course, more or less. I mean, we're not too worried about drifting left or right. We're cleared into the Bravo. And we're not exactly in a busy airspace currently. It can get that way, and I suppose it's a different story if, you know, like O'Hare is the featured field. You know, I don't know that I'd be flying into MiGs if that was the case, or Midway even. But you know with what they're doing tonight, it worked out pretty nicely. So this is the South Bend is one of the featured fields. It looks like South Bend and Benton Harbor. So that's so Valparaiso, the one we departed from, VPZ, is one of the featured fields. Benton Harbor, which is where we're going, is another one. Michigan City, MGC, also one of the ones that are featured, and they're also staffing up some other surrounding facilities, such as Great Lakes, FWA, and GUS. Very nice. All right, there's 5,500 coming up. Bump it up. It's there we go. See how well we can trim it and fly it straight and level here. Easy. Ah, dang it. Boy, my auto trim, my electric trim is just a little touchy. Let me do some trim wheel here, see if I can get it figured out. I'm going to pull back on the power here as well. Let's go 30 and 23.5. That sounds like a good round number. Oh boy, still climbing. 5.5, please. Huh. I'll be darned. Well, that's pretty... I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think everybody's trying to find ways to do more with less, right? And if you have the technology and can control and keep everybody safe, I don't... Like, yeah, I don't know. We used to think we needed elevator operators too, you know, right? And figured out that we didn't, so... All right, we're a little high, trying to come back down.
November 816, contact South Bend approach 118.55.
1855. Have a good night. November 11816. All right, cool. Oh boy, a little high. South Bend approach. Good evening, November 11816. Checking in 5,700.
November 11816, South Bend approach. Good evening, South Bend approach
59er 11816. Okay, 59er. That's what we have. If we could just get down to 5.5, I'd be happy. Should have let you know before you got your elevator operator certificate. Oh man, that's what I keep telling people about. You know, Everybody's freaking out about self-driving cars, and I'm like, you know, as technology improves, and there's just going to be more and more of that. Did I spawn in the water? What are you talking about? No, I spawned. I flew out of Meigs Field, old Meigs Field. Which is right on the shoreline there near Chicago Bears Stadium. But it might look like it spawned in the water, but no. Oh, it looked like it did, yeah. And it's right on the shoreline. It's a beautiful little airfield. Kind of one of those fields that is special to the flight simmers, because it used to be the featured field. Does anybody remember which version of Flight Simulator Meigs Field was the featured field for? Because Friday Harbor was one of them. Like Flight Sim X maybe was Friday Harbor, and yeah, I don't remember, but cool little airport. Really enjoyed flying into there. That was awesome. All right, and I'm enjoying hand flying the Chale. Oh, Siri. I'm talking to Siri, I guess. Siri just popped up on my phone and said, "Cool." I'm like, I didn't know I was talking to you, Siri. But yeah, there's going to be more and more of that stuff, guys, that's automated, and it seems kind of silly now when we're talking about getting in an elevator without a person running it, you know, but we also thought it was silly pumping our own gas, and I mean, there's just lots of examples, right? Let's not wear out our landing lights, shall we? You're over the Black Sea. Ah, very nice. Very nice. I cannot hold 5,500, guys. I just, again, welcome to the Melvin Leroy channel. I can't hold a heading in an altitude. I would be failing that in my check ride right now. Soldier Field. Ugh. I've been to Chicago twice, but only the airport. I've not spent any time in Chicago. All right, I don't suppose. Let me do this. Can we just hold heading and altitude here for just a moment? I want to take a look and see if I can get some information here for Southwest Michigan. Alright, frequency for them, Unicom 123 nothing. And weather info, winds 250 at 12, gusty conditions, good visibility 2958. Alright, so we're going to need something that is, again, kind of westbound. So it looks like we've got runway 28. It is a left-hand traffic pattern into runway 28. Most excellent. I think we can do that. $20 miles out. Life is good. Looking good. How far over the... We're pretty close. We get to the shoreline. We're kind of there. So let's... Actually, you know what? We'll keep this here. So the elevation I'm showing here is 972. Nope, 649. So we need to get down to 1,600 feet. All right, we can do that, I believe. Pull back on the power a bit, and let's start the descent. And we said 2.8. Let's set the course bug to 2.8. Give us just a little bit of a reference needle here. There we go. And we plan on entering the left-hand downwind for runway 28. So Zilix, wasn't there an announcement about a 787 at Expo that people are kind of excited about? Actually, I should just ask anybody. It seems like there was a freeware 7.8 that's being worked on. Am I correct in that? People were a little excited about that. I meant to ask you about that the other night.
For Southwest 1870, you're kind of low. Southwest 1870, southbound approach, southbound altimeter 2959er, fly the runway 22 left transition. Okay, 2959er, 22 left transition.
Nobody around Southwest Michigan right now. Benton Harbor.
Southwest 1870, clear direct Haley, cross Haley at 6,000 at Haley, maintain 2 knots.
So I guess I figured if there was anything 787 related, Soren would know about it. So maybe I'm thinking of a different aircraft.
Cross Haley at 6,000 at Haley, maintain 210 knots. 210 and 6,000 in direct Haley for Southwest 1870. 506 I-5 translation received.
Alright, so it looks like Jeffrey is not going to be streaming tonight. He's got some family plans that have come up, so so I don't know what I want to do then. We'll start by getting on the ground here at Benton Harbor first. Here's my airport. I'm going to enter that left-hand downwind here. And Benton Harbor's a controlled airfield, so we'll stay with...
Number 116. No track observed in your immediate vicinity. Maintain VFR. The squawk and maintain VFR. Radar service terminated. Frequency change.
Alright, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. And have yourself a good night, November 11816. Alright, so 19 nothing. Whoops. 123 is what I want. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3. Transfer that. We're gonna go. Crap. I didn't mean to hit the old ident button. That was not what I wanted. We're trying to do that. Alright, there we go. Okay. Benton Harbor traffic, November 11816 is 4 miles to the west of the field, entering the left downwind, runway 28, Benton Harbor. 1,600 is what I'm shooting for, and then we'll just kind of level off, get some flaps out, and do our thing. Looks like everything is on this side of the field. Again, this is a neat little freeware scenery. You know, the one thing that these guys are doing that I think is really neat in their events now is they're featuring fields that have some scenery and not just payware. So that's really helpful for some of us. Okay, there's first notch of flaps. Yeah, we're good to go there. I really appreciate that. I mean, I don't mind picking up payware every now and again, but I tell you what, the guy can't afford to be, you know, buying a bunch of payware stuff every time you stream. At least I can't. And I appreciate also supporting the freeware devs. I think it's nice when they go to all the trouble to work on something and release it for free. It's nice to kind of get some downloads for those guys and get them a little, just give them a little love. I don't know, Beethoven. He stopped in here earlier and said that he was kicking around, but he just maybe his wife wants to go to dinner. I mean, who knows? Who knows? All right, we gotta start to descend a little bit here, my friends. Wants the gear. Give me the gear. Second notch of flaps coming out. Gear horn's going to holler at us. Alright, we'll put the gear down. A little early for the gear, but I don't want him to be unhappy, so. Benton Harbor traffic, November 11816, left base 28, Benton Harbor. Okay, around we go. We'll just go straight to final. And Benton Harbor traffic, November 11816 is final 28, Benton Harbor. Try to come it around here. Be pretty close,
500.
I think. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. We're kind of floaty there at Meigs Field, so let's try to get the speed down a little closer to 100 maybe, and see how it goes. The wind is not quite as much of a crosswind here, a little bit more down the pipe, so that's nice. Yeah, it worked out pretty good, didn't it there, Beethoven? So, yeah, I mean, and Mario, you like it, $20 a scenery, like that's a $20 scenery is pretty standard, man. It's crazy how fast that adds up. All right, I didn't put the landing lights on, but it's too late for that now. I like my airspeed a little bit better here. I'm at 100. We're gonna come on down. We're a little long, I can tell already. Right on the middle, though. Come on, girl. Oh, that will work. A little bit of correction there. Kind of side-loaded my gear a little bit, I think. Okay, got to get on the brakes. No reversers in this bad boy. That will work. That will work, my friends. All right, cool. Let's see. Is this a high speed going the wrong way? It is. It is. Surely we have a little exit. This is a crosswind runway is what it is. All right, let's roll through here and hang a left. Footy, appreciate you, man. Whew, that windsock. Strong old lake winds here today. Thanks, Mario. All right, we'll hang a left on Delta. Get out of the way. And I think we'll just kind of go over here somewhere. We got options. Let's go over here. Nice big area to park. Benton Harbor traffic, November 11816, clear of 28, Benton Harbor. Yep, the old Chancellor, man, I tell you what, she's performing pretty well right now. My biggest problem is I just have a lot of twin GA aircraft that I like right now. I like the Duke, I like the Baron, I like the Aerostar. I mean, holy cow, it's just a lot of great twins out there right now. Alright, that's a good place to park. Let's see here. Let's turn some stuff off. Boom, boom, boom. Avionics, pedo, stall. And let's go to idle cutoff. But to ever spend time in the 80s back in the arcades watching other people play, oh yeah, I mean, listen to those engines ticking. I love it. I mean, absolutely. I would, especially if they were like really, I had some friends that were really good at pinball, if you can believe it. And man, I used to like watching those guys play. This is what you're doing, right? That's true. We're just watching everybody play pinball. That's very true. Oh, shoot. All right. Well, you know what, you guys? I think I'm actually going to call it good right there. That was 2 nice flights. And, yeah, I think I'm going to call it right there. I hope that's okay. I have enjoyed hanging out with you for sure. And, but I do think I kind of have to get a couple things done here before I wind down the evening. And, so it's probably smart. I may pop back in a little bit later on, but I'll do it sort of off stream, and I was going to harass Jeffrey B a little bit, but it doesn't sound like he's flying, so that's a bummer. Again, a little freeware choice here if you're ever wanting to fly to Benton Harbor, Michigan. You know, there you go. You got something. You got something. All right, let's see. Let's find a raid out. We got a great crew. It's been a really nice chat today, guys. I appreciate it. 2 days in a row, you guys have come in here and just really, just really kept me company, and it's been awesome. It's been awesome. I appreciate it so very, very much. Let's go to a guy that is in, I believe he's in looks like he's in the 737 right now. Sim Caesar. You guys all know Sim Caesar. Let's raid out to Sim, but before we do that, let's cue the outro. We need to get some lame AI music going, and yeah, do the thing here. Let's go.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Maybe it might. Oh, there we go. So thank yous, Jeffrey B. 75 months, my dude. Thank you so much. I know you're out of here, but I really appreciate your support and friendship all these years. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Jitsuka, thanks for the raid as well. Came in with that nice raid of 4. Beethoven, Mario, Footy, thanks for hanging out. Silix, as always, my friend. Good to hear you on the, or good to have you in the chat. Sim Mr. Egan was here as well. JPC, Kev McWa, Shuzy, the regulars, Ibanez, Joe Baines. Thanks so very, very much for being here, you guys. Let's see. Down Sim checked in a while ago as well. I don't know if he's still driving. Be safe. Safe travels, my friend. That's going to be just about it for me as far back as I can scroll. So I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Rest of your Tuesday. Good midweek. I am off until Friday. So I will talk to you guys in a few days. It's not too many days, but it'll be a little bit of a later stream for us. I'm going to try to do something kind of towards the end of the day. Like 8 p.m. my time, which is like 10 p.m. on the East Coast. We'll see. We're just going to test it out. Kind of like our Monday stream. We're going to test it out. I'm going to be in the Phenom and the Cowan Sim 145. And we'll see kind of what we can accomplish on a Friday night. So, all right, I got the Sim Caesar raid going. Yeah, that's about it for me, guys. Have a great day. Thanks again for an awesome stream.
dust gets drowned. When that first drop hits sacred ground, like the whole wide world goes still, and you finally remember whose land this is. We plan, we build, we hustle, we grind, count every penny like we're buying time. But kingdoms fall and the rivers change, under one name stays the same. So let that thunder preach tonight. Let that lightning split my pride.